I'm building a city in the desert. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 76. The fireworks of the world are the most fascinating. Thank you all for liking my dishes, and thank you all for recognizing our Jiang Chen restaurant. Let me introduce this last dish. It is not a famous dish, and you may not even have heard of it. I made it today to thank my mother. I am different from everyone else. My hometown is also from a very remote mountain village. My family is very poor and I have no money to go to school. There is an old hen in my family, and that tuition fee depends entirely on the hen's eggs. When I was a child, I didn't eat meat for a year and I wanted to eat meat so much. My brother said that as long as the old hen died, we could eat meat. Later, we deliberately put a cat into the chicken coop. That day, my mother cried for a long time. My father knew about it and wanted to beat a few of us to death. My mother stopped him. Although my mother felt distressed, she said, "Don't blame the children, blame us for not being capable." That day, my mother picked peas from the field and stewed the old hen. It was the most delicious meal we had ever eaten when we were young. My mother passed away a few years ago. When she was still alive, she would raise a few hens every year. She said that the thing she regretted most in her life was giving birth to us and letting us suffer with her. But, really, I never regretted being her child. The chef said, raising his head and holding back tears. Hello everyone, this is the old hen soup that our chef insisted on making with more than a dozen pots and firewood. It may not be precious, but it is the memory that our 60-year-old chef has been pursuing for half his life. Let me introduce it for him. Our chickens are native chickens from Lane village. The water comes from underground springs in the desert, and the peas come from. The lobby manager didn't finish his words, and he choked up. Eat, thank you everyone. The manager said, bow to everyone, and everyone quieted down. Cans of old hen soup were placed on everyone's table. Open the lid, and the fragrance of native chicken can be transmitted to faraway places through the glass. Scoop up a piece of crispy but not rotten chicken, pour out a bowl of thick soup, and then scoop out a dozen peas that look like jade. The fragrance and the chicken aroma came together, and soon everyone began to swallow their saliva. However, after a bowl of chicken soup, many people frowned and looked unhappy. The story is very touching, and it reminds me of our childhood. In the era of lack of food and clothing, a hen was definitely all our fantasies about food. Alas, in fact, that was just because we had nothing to eat when we were young, so I thought it was delicious. Uncle, you're very attentive, but everyone seems to. Is it not delicious? Everyone's expression seems to be, are you going to vomit? Alas, I just finished crying, and you are going to fail. Soon, the news that Lane village's peat chicken soup failed became popular on the internet. And the customers frowned one by one, which was actually confirmed. This news is so differentiated that it is difficult not to be on the hot search. What's the matter? Mi Peng asked carefully. Jiang Chen walked to an old man. I'm sorry, I disappoint you. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, the old man finally couldn't help but took out a handkerchief to wipe the tears from the corners of his eyes. It's delicious, but it's too sad to eat. This chicken soup reminds me of my old wife. How can people be so disappointing? We've been poor together for half a lifetime, and now that life is better, she's gone. The old man couldn't help sobbing after he finished speaking, and soon those who were trying to hold back their tears also felt sad. It reminds me of my grandma's meal. This is the taste of my grandma. Every year when I go home, my grandma will do this kind of chicken soup, but it's a pity that I can't eat it anymore. I miss home, but I can't go back. This is the taste of my childhood. How can I go back to my childhood? No, let's settle the bill. I want to go back to Ning village to see my mother. Not many people in a restaurant can hold back. Thinking of their parents, these elderly people are full of emotion. Luo Xiaomi, who was sitting in the corner, turned on the computer. The chicken soup next to her still exuded a strong fragrance, and her bowl was already empty. I never thought that a mortal world could make people cry so much. The peat chicken soup at Michin restaurant is worth the trip. After turning off the computer, Luo Xiaomi held a bowl of chicken soup and looked at the crowds of people passing by outside the window. A line of tears slid down her dark eyes and fell into her clothes. Jiang Chen didn't know what the chicken soup tasted like. He only knew that when the customer left, there was not even a drop of water left in the jar. I'm leaving. I wish you a prosperous business. I won't come for a while. I'm going back to my hometown and may have to stay for a while. Boss, thank you for this meal. It reminds me of many past events. In front of the live broadcast, everyone who left the restaurant said goodbye to Jiang Chen. Jiang Chen just nodded. He didn't know how to comfort them. After all, this meal brought out the emotions of too many people. When the restaurant became quiet, Jiang Chen sat in front of the live broadcast and the door of the restaurant was closed. Hello everyone, let's stop here today. Delane Village, never give up. Mission Restaurant will never be defeated. Here I give a final warning to those who want to kill us. When my ancestors came out of the desert, we knew that we had no way out. No one can defeat a group of people who are not afraid of death. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and at this moment, his live broadcast room was filled with bullet comments. No one can defeat Mission Restaurant, just like no one can defeat Delane Village. I don't know how the dish tastes, but I know that poverty makes people helpless. Support Mission Restaurant, it is a restaurant with a story. I must go to Mission Restaurant once in my life. I want to taste what the peach chicken soup that makes people cry tastes like. When everyone was filling up that bullet comments, Jiang Chen stood up, bowed and turned off the live broadcast. Yeah. Boss, it's a success. We broke the history. 21 million people watched online at the same time. The rewards alone exceeded 10 million. Mi Peng said excitedly and went up to hug Jiang Chen. He never thought that he was a failed live broadcaster a few months ago. Just a few months later, because he followed the right person, he fulfilled his dream. This success does not only belong to us, it belongs to Mission Restaurant. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and Mi Peng, who originally did not want to sign Sister Yuirandilimu, made up his mind. Boss is right, this success belongs to Mission Restaurant. From now on, all the income from a live broadcast company will support Mission Restaurant. I just want those who look down on us to know how powerful we are. I just want those who look down on Delane Village to regret their blindness. After Mi Peng finished speaking, his phone suddenly rang. Mi Peng took out his phone and saw that it was a call from Dahlia. Hey, Boss Mi, we've decided. We've signed Yuirandilimu for a large sum of money. We'll pay Yuir 70 million yuan a year in signing fees. We'll pay Dilimu 40 million yuan in signing fees. In addition, we'll increase the reward split from 50-50 to 40-60. After the live broadcast company made the call, Mi Peng jumped up in surprise. This is really a double happiness. 70 million yuan a year in signing fees, which is comparable to that of super internet celebrities. You know, Jiang Chen's signing fee is only more than 40 million yuan. Thank you, thank you. Don't worry, with our boss Jiang here, the popularity of the two of them will never go down. Chapter 77. Opening 20 stores. Mi Peng knew that Sister Yuirandilimu were not worth the money at all. The live broadcast company was willing to sign them only because of Jiang Chen's success. Of course, Jiang Chen's live broadcast contract was only for 1 year. If they did not help Jiang Chen in his most difficult time, once it expired, Jiang Chen might not choose to renew the contract with them. You're welcome. After we communicated, we decided to give the two sums of money to your company first. By the way, Delane Village will not be defeated. Mission Restaurant will definitely defeat all enemies. After the manager of Dahlia Live said this, Jiang Chen smiled. He knew that if Dahlia Live did not put his live broadcast on the homepage for recommendation today, he would not be so popular. Thank you. I will repay you for your help to Mission Restaurant today. Jiang Chen is such a person, repaying kindness with kindness and revenge with revenge. Not long after the call was hung up, Dahlia Live sent the contract for signing. Mi Peng ran to arrange the signing. In his words, at most 2 days, the 130 million funds of Dahlia Live will be deposited into their live broadcast company's account. Adding Jiang Chen's signing fee and reward share from the last quarter, Yunhai Media alone can provide 150 million yuan of funds to Mission Restaurant. Dichen Hotel Association, our war begins now. Jiang Chen said, looking at the Shinken restaurant across the street. In the afternoon, Jiang Chen rode to every branch of Mission Restaurant. He wanted to open a Mission branch in every place where Shinken Restaurant was located. The branch in GRI Plaza was easy to handle. Jiang Chen just needed to contact Mr. I. Jiang Chen was going to run to those other shopping malls. At the same time, he also wanted to use the money he had just collected on rent of these malls. In the evening, Jiang Chen signed cooperation agreements with 7 or 8 shopping malls in Yuta Plaza and GRI building. At night, Jiang Chen went to the Cultural and Sports Tourism Project base in Shisu District again. He inspected the hotel there. The hotel is a good location, right at the intersection. There is also a star-rated hotel next to this Cultural and Tourism Project, which is a hotel under Huahuang International. After Jiang Chen signed the hotel lease agreement with Kijaway's secretary, he returned to Mission Restaurant. On the second day, Jiang Chen contacted a decoration company, and the two sides began to negotiate the decoration of Mission Hotel in all aspects. On the third day, the decoration company gave a hotel decoration plan. After the plan was approved, Mission Hotel began to be formally decorated. As time went by, Jiang Chen and Michelle worked together in two ways. Jiang Chen was responsible for the decoration of all Mission restaurants and Mission hotels. Michelle was responsible for the recruitment of all restaurant chefs and managers, as well as the training at Mission restaurant cuisine. Time passed little by little. 2 weeks passed in a blink of an eye. Under Jiang Chen's supervision, 20 Mission restaurants were successfully decorated. At this moment, Michelle had also recruited the person in charge of the new Mission restaurant and related personnel such as chefs from Shangjin and other places. When everything was done, Jiang Chen called Delane Village again. He asked Zugu to pick all the peas and send them to Dachang. At the same time, he called the farm, and the farm released the first batch of pigs, cattle and sheep. Jiang Chen asked Zhu Yi to be responsible for sending them to the county for slaughter and then transporting them to Dachang. Saturday, the weekend in August, was a bit lively. In the early morning, before dawn, Jiang Chen started live streaming. At the same time, as a leader in the domestic live streaming industry, Dawei Live has already given the homage to Jiang Chen. Hello everyone, I am Jiang Chen from Delane Village. It has been 2 weeks since I started live streaming. A few days ago, I saw fans leaving messages everywhere saying that I was dead. I am sorry to disappoint everyone, but I am not dead. I am just busy these 2 weeks. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, his live streaming room soon reached more than 400,000 fans. Just 2 days ago, Mi Peng specifically left a message in Jiang Chen's live streaming room, saying that Jiang Chen's live streaming would start in the early morning of 2 days later. Coupled with the full support of the platform, Jiang Chen's traffic far surpassed others as soon as he started live streaming. Host, what have you been busy with these 2 weeks? Why do you stop streaming every time the traffic is particularly high? Host, what is the situation of Delimi now? I finally went like last time, why was it banned by you? Host, what is the content of this live streaming? Everyone greeted each other, and Jiang Chen did not hide anything. Today is an important day for our Delane Village. It is also a day that concerns the life and death of our Delane Village. As everyone knows, 2 weeks ago we launched a full-scale war against Shinken Restaurant. I said that this time our Delane Village will no longer be slaughtered. So I have been fulfilling my promise in the past 2 weeks. I mortgaged all the assets of Delane Village to the bank, including our grassland and our orchard. All the money we mortgaged was put into the operation of Mission Restaurant. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, many fans left messages. The anchor is generous. You are a role model for young people like us. Anchor, I saw your branch on Yuanhua Street. You should have opened a branch long ago. Those 2 stores are full every day. We can't even queue up when we want to eat. Alas, can I say that my number is still in the queue for 20 days? Anchor, how many branches have you opened? Can you send us the address? Yes, tell us the address so that we can eat nearby. After a group of fans finished speaking, Jiang Chen took out a sign that he had made in advance. We have opened 20 branches in total, including our main store and the 2 stores we opened some time ago, a total of 23 stores. In addition, we also have a restaurant, which will officially open next week. Now I will introduce the addresses of the branches to you. 1. All GRI plazas have a branch. 2. Yuta, GR and Wansong also have a branch. This time, wherever there is a Shinken restaurant, we have a branch. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and the fans quickly remembered. Now I will let everyone to walk around each store. We will open the whole city on time at 11 noon today. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and drove to the branch on Yuanhua Street first. Yuanhua Street is a shopping street. The end is the location of a very distinctive restaurant. Jiang Chen's restaurant is at the end, closest to the road. Look, this is our Yuanhua Street branch, a total of 475 square meters, which can accommodate 150 people dining at the same time. Jiang Chen invested more than 7 million in this Yuanhua Street branch. The decoration alone reached more than 1.2 million. There is a lot of traffic here, and the monthly rent alone is more than 300,000 yuan. Of course, the main reason why Jiang Chen chose to open here is that the headquarters image store of Shinken Restaurant is opposite. Now I will let everyone to walk inside. Jiang Chen said and led everyone to live broadcast inside the Yuanhua Street branch. By the way, when Jiang Chen began to promote the Mission restaurant all over the city, the Hotel Association was not idle at this moment. In the past 2 weeks, Jiang Chen's actions in Dachang have been seen by the Hotel Association. So after nearly a dozen discussions, they finally decided to contribute funds and fight to the end. They also opened all 20 branches in just 2 weeks. In addition, they also decided to open at the same time as Jiang Chen. Jiang Chen was able to attract a large amount of traffic through live broadcasts, and the Hotel Association did not sit idly by. Chapter 78. The Final Battle. While Jiang Chen was live streaming at Michin Restaurant on Yanhua Street, a message suddenly came out from the live streaming room. What's so good about this old man? Go watch the live streaming room of Star Morning Restaurant. Brothers, 22 branches of Star Morning Restaurant are open today. Come and get the benefits. Star Morning Restaurant, there is nothing they can't do except what you can't think of. Go to the live streaming room of Star Morning Restaurant now to grab coupons, with the highest discount of 20%. Let's see the stars. In order to give back to the customers, Star Morning Restaurant invited 22 stars to help out today. What are you waiting for? The stars have already started, let's go. A group of black fans finished speaking, and at this moment, Jiang Chen's live streaming room suddenly lost more than 1 million people. Damn, traitor. I'll go see what's going on first. Anger, something bad has happened, they invited stars. Damn, there are Hong Kong stars. A group of fans finished speaking, and Jiang Chen frowned. Sure enough, the Hotel Association would not give up so easily. Let's see what they are up to. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and Mi Pen quickly opened the live broadcast room of Starry Sky Restaurant. At this moment, the live broadcast room of Starry Sky Restaurant, which was originally a nameless one, was instantly flooded with millions of fans. In the live broadcast room, a local internet celebrity was broadcasting live. She was a very beautiful girl. Thank you for your attention and support. Fans who come to the live broadcast room today have the opportunity to get discount coupons for our Starry Sky Restaurant. Our Starry Sky Restaurant has served tens of thousands of fans since its opening. We have also received good reviews from fans and celebrities. Let's play a segment of Celebrity Blessings first. After the girl finished speaking, Celebrity Blessings were soon played in the live broadcast room. I am Angela, I wish Starry Sky Restaurant will become more and more popular. I am Dalen, I wish Starry Sky Restaurant fans a happy meal. I am G Timey. Play basketball with me and go to Starry Sky Restaurant for dinner together. In the live broadcast room of Starry Sky Restaurant, more than a dozen Celebrity Blessings were played in a row. Jiang Chen knew that this time the Hotel Association was also fighting a do-or-die battle. Thank you for the blessings from all the stars. Today we are opening our Starry Restaurant. We have also invited 22 popular stars. Who are they? If you want to know, come to Starry Restaurant. Today at 11 o'clock, the stars will see you. Mi Pen turned off the live broadcast, and everyone frowned. Sure enough, in front of Capital, Jiang Chen was still weak. It doesn't matter. Everyone has their own choice. I won't force it. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and soon Mi Pen made another gesture. Jiang Chen looked ahead and saw that Starry Restaurant had actually been on the headlines. More than a dozen stars collectively spoke for Starry Restaurant, and Starry Restaurant has emerged as a dark horse. Watching stars eat lunch, Starry Restaurant makes everyone look good. Starry Restaurant suddenly became popular on the entire internet. The only NGNY said that they will go to Shenzhen to go public at the end of the year. Looking at the full hot searches for Starry Restaurant, Jiang Chen's site was not even on a hot search at this moment. What's more hateful is that at this moment, with the explosion of Starry Restaurant, at the most critical moment, our live actually kicked Jiang Chen off the homepage recommendation. Seeing the sharp decline in the number of fans in the live broadcast room, Mi Pen was as anxious as an ant on a hot pot. What should we do? Think of a way. If this continues, not only will Mi Chen Restaurant be finished today, but our Yuan site will also be finished. Mi Pen said anxiously, and Jiang Chen just smiled. Now let's continue the live broadcast. If you want to see the stars, you can go to Shinken Restaurant on time at 11 o'clock. By the way, every store of Shinken Restaurant is next to mine, you should be able to find it easily. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, the fans were confused by him. Anger, are you still so calm? Look at other people's marketing, look at your marketing. Anger, don't laugh so heartlessly. Think of a way quickly. If they get the favor of Capital, you'll be finished. Alas, Delane Village can't beat them after all. The most important thing is that Delane Village has no money. You see, they record a star blessing, at least millions. These dozen stars blessings will cost them 20 to 30 million. I don't know which celebrities they invited to the show. I heard that the cost of inviting celebrities to the show reached 170 million. There must be big stars coming. I will go to see it later. The live broadcast room of Shinken restaurant said that big stars will sing when they come. Haha, now people from many places go to Jiang just to chase stars. Jiang is on the hot search. It has been a long time since our Z province has been in front of everyone. After a group of fans finished speaking, Jiang Chen was still very calm. This war has not really started yet, and the outcome is still unknown. We don't have money to invite celebrities, but as the saying goes, good steel should be used on the blade. We who run restaurants should spend all our money on food. Don't forget, we run restaurants, not movies. Even if we make movies one day, we can't spend all our money on inviting celebrities. This is our pursuit. What we want in Delane Village is quality, and we will never go for traffic. Jiang Chen said and walked to the kitchen. There are still 2 hours before we open. I will show you the ingredients we prepared today. Jiang Chen said as he strode into the kitchen preparation area. It must be said that Jiang Chen's restaurant kitchen is really very clean. Whether it is the chef's clothes or every corner of the restaurant, there is no dead spot for hygiene. Look, our vegetarian dishes include tomatoes, peas, celery, Chinese cabbage and various mushrooms. Our meat dishes are even more interesting. Our Delane Village farm has been in operation for 3 months. Our first batch of cattle, sheep and pigs have been slaughtered. Look, this is our mutton. There is no fat on the sheep because they are all free range. By the way, all these sheep eat the grass on the grasslands of Delane Village. And these beefs, the beef you ate some time ago was collected from cattle in various villages. But this batch of cattle is different. Our cattle are free-range cattle that grew up in a desert environment. The water that the cattle drink is underground spring water, which is the purest water. The grass that the cattle eat is the grass on the grassland, and the grass on the grassland has not been sprayed with any pesticides. Moreover, the grass on the grassland has experienced extremely hot days and extremely cold nights, and the grass itself contains very rich nutrients. So I firmly believe that our beef can definitely rival the best beef in the world. After talking about beef, let's talk about our pork and chicken. All our pork is raised on grain. Free-range pigs plus some offspring bred with wild boars. Its taste is definitely not comparable to that of domestic pigs. And these native chickens. Anyone who has eaten native chickens in the countryside should know that stewed native chickens can spread their fragrance far away without even adding any ingredients. Our native chickens are definitely delicious. At noon, you'll witness what a gluttonous feast is. Jiang Chen introduced his food sources to everyone bit by bit. Indeed, this time the Mi Chen restaurant is stronger than ever before. The most important thing is that these cattle, sheep, chickens and pigs raised by Jiang Chen himself have come out of the cage. This is not an ordinary ingredient. Wow, good meat is good meat, it looks especially appetizing. It is definitely pure green food. I often watch the live broadcast of Delane Village, I know. Anger, your ingredients are good, but I heard that the ingredients on the other side are also good. Chapter 79. Winning or losing, or life or death. Speaking of ingredients, after being reminded by fans, Jiang Chen looked at Meat Pen. Meat Pen opened the Shinken restaurant like broadcast room. Sure enough, Shinken's like broadcast room was also broadcasting their ingredients. We at Starry Sky Restaurant have always been very particular about raw materials. Our ingredients are not only fresh, but also absolutely green. Not only that, today's the day we fully opened, we have also prepared the world's top Kobe beef for everyone. We spent more than 30 million to buy this batch of beef from Japan. In addition, all of our lamb comes from the grasslands at the foot of the Alps. What we can guarantee is that these are all sheep that grow up eating fresh grass and green river water. Not to mention our pork and chicken, you can see that all our chickens are imported from the United States. Our pork comes from farms in Europe. You all know that foreign countries have the strictest control over food. So you are the luckiest, you can taste these world-class ingredients without leaving home. In addition to the world-class ingredients, our chefs are also from home and abroad. We have the blessing of the Michelin 3-star restaurant, and we have the most famous chefs of the 8 major cuisines in Beijing, Shanghai and Shanghai. Today we are going to prepare a feast for everyone. We will not only make everyone happy, but also make everyone unforgettable. After watching the live broadcast of the Morning Star restaurant, not only the fans, but also all the employees of the Michelin restaurant could not help but feel envious. Kobe beef, alpine goats, pork imported from the United States, and free-range chickens raised in European farms. Each of these is incomparable to what is available in China. Host, it seems that the other side has invested more money. Host, can you still handle it? Alas, as expected, there can't be 2 tigers in one mountain. Host, you two will have to decide the winner and the loser this time. It's really difficult. They have celebrities to help out, foreign ingredients, and 8 major cuisines. What's even more hateful is that they have a 50% discount on all items, and the highest is 20% off. Host, why don't you open the store today and avoid the limelight? That's right, a good man doesn't suffer loss in front of him. Look at their live broadcast room, they have invited all kinds of reporters and people from the CC provincial TV station. Host, he is going to hit you in the face. Damn, look at the news, CCTV has specially invited a food jury from all over the world. They are just afraid that something big will happen. This is not a decision, this is a death sentence. And after a group of fans finished worrying, Mi Pen was panicking. Mi Chen's restaurant was down, and if his live broadcast was not successful today, the traffic he had worked so hard to generate would be ruined. What's the matter? We can earn hundreds of millions a year from live broadcasting. If this is ruined, I will never let them go. After Mi Pen finished scolding, Jiang Chen had already come out of the kitchen. Don't worry about me, they have world-class chefs, and our chefs are not bad either. By the way, although we don't have the 8 major cuisines, take a look, don't you think our dishes are much richer than before? Jiang Chen took the menu after he finished speaking. Sure enough, compared to the few dishes before, this time the menu was printed on a full page. Look, chicken stewed with mushrooms. Just hearing the name makes me want to eat it. Bamboo shoots and pork, peppers and pork, stewed beef, Delane Village authentic mutton soup, buttonstein buns. Jiang Chen read out the list, and a group of fans were about to cry. The anchor said it out loud, failure is not terrible, but don't hold it in. I know the anchor is panicking, but he has to pretend to be calm and introduce his dishes to everyone. Delane Village lost. In the face of interests, who can fight against the capitalists? Look at their dishes, Lin Hai Su Yuan, farewell my concubine, carp jumping over the dragon gate, 7 stars looking at the moon, laughing proudly in the world. Everyone has lost hope, and it feels like this war is really over before it even started. After all, one person can't beat a group of people. Mi Pen sighed in the distance, and Jiang Chen was not disappointed at this moment. Don't worry about me, really. I hope those who are a little tight on money will not miss this feast. You must support Shinken restaurant a lot, and order more dishes. If you can't finish them, take them home and save them for tomorrow. If you can afford it, come and support our Michelin restaurant today. After eating here, I hope you will go next door and order some dishes to take home for dinner. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and a smile appeared on his face. The capitalists are rich, but the capitalists' money is not blown by the wind. They have more than a dozen 5-star hotels to put together 20 Shinken restaurants, and spent so much money on publicity and hired TV stations. I don't know how much money was spent behind the scenes. And this time they also bought so many precious foreign ingredients. If Jiang Chen's guess is correct, I don't know how much money each of the restaurants has to borrow from the bank to do these things. So since you are willing to lose your life, then you can lose money. Anyway, as long as my restaurant can be full of people, it's enough. Time passed little by little, and Jiang Chen took a selfie stick and led his fans to visit every Michelin restaurant. Of course, there is a star restaurant next to each Michelin restaurant. At this moment, each star restaurant is also decorated with lights and colors. 10:30, half an hour before the 2 restaurants open. At this moment, the competition has reached a white-hot stage. Jiang Chen did not stay in the main store in Shisu district, but came to the Yuanhui Street branch. Yuanhui Street was crowded with people. This unprecedented grand event attracted tens of thousands of people nearby. Good afternoon, friends, our restaurant is about to open. Now we will draw discount coupons on the spot. All our discount cards are placed in this big box. Everyone line up to draw, and after the draw, you can come in and eat. The host of the star restaurant is a male host with a little fame from a local TV station. The white street was full of people taking pictures and watching. The star restaurant hired dozens of security guards to make the street spacious. Jiang Chen moved a stool and sat in front of the door of the Michelin restaurant, watching the excitement across the street. The originally noisy crowd lined up and walked to the lottery box one by one. Friends online, don't worry. We will randomly draw 10,000 discount cards in the live broadcast room. After the host finished speaking, tens of thousands of people in the live broadcast room of Star Restaurant started celebrating. While they were going crazy, Jiang Chen's live broadcast room was always aimed at them. Look at how professional the host is. Look at how big the discount is. I can't wait to go to the restaurant for dinner. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Mi Pen almost cursed. We are live broadcasting. Mi Pen reminded from behind. At this moment, there were still 10 minutes before the opening. With 10 minutes left before the opening, Star Restaurant used its trump card. Dear friends, our Star Restaurant is the largest chain restaurant in RCC province. So he specially invited a spokesperson. Today, our star restaurant spokesperson will soon come to Star Restaurant. Now, let's applaud. Wow, who is it? This restaurant is so high-end, and it even invited a spokesperson. Just as everyone was talking about it, an Alpha commercial vehicle drove over in the distance. Chapter 80 Food Contest. With the arrival of an Alpha commercial vehicle, the whole scene was lit up. Wow, a star is here. Who was this star? Chicken Restaurant is really awesome. Just as everyone was looking forward to it, the door of the Alpha car opened. Let us invite the popular idol and talented young actor Woo Ki-on. He is a Canadian star who is loved by thousands of girls. Wherever he goes, tens of thousands of girls are attracted to him. Let us invite Woo Ki-on. After the host shouted, a tall and big young actor came out of the Alpha commercial vehicle. He was wearing a very trendy sportswear and sunglasses, which was very handsome. The scene was boiling, and countless girls covered their mouths and almost cried. Hello everyone. Woo Ki-on greeted a group of people, and the security guards hurriedly escorted him into the restaurant. At the same time, Woo Ki-on's endorsement poster was put up at the door of the restaurant. Oh my god, this guy really invited a star to endorse it. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, another 2 or 3 million people in his live broadcast room disappeared instantly. Host, you are still interested in watching the show, and your fans are gone. Damn it, they are going to go public. Now Woo Ki-on is very popular. After filming several movies, her appearance fee is tens of millions. Chicken Restaurant is playing a big game. Woo Ki-on's endorsement fee must be at least hundreds of millions. It seems that they are ready to take advantage of this opportunity to compete with Chicken Restaurant to open stores across the country. A group of fans finished talking, and there were only a few minutes left until 11 o'clock. There are 3 minutes left before we officially open. Before the opening, let me tell you another good news. The opening of our Chicken Restaurant will be broadcast live on Sexy Satellite TV. In half an hour, we will set up a tasting feast at the door. Our food connoisseurs will be on site to appreciate the delicious food of our Chicken Restaurant. After the host finished speaking, the scene quickly became high. There were only 2 minutes left, and the line outside the Chicken Restaurant was already several hundred meters long. At this moment, there was not even a single person in the Chicken Restaurant opposite the Chicken Restaurant. Mizu and Mi-pen stood at the door, leaning against the glass door. The lobby manager took a rag and wiped the door intentionally or unintentionally. Boss, what should we do? We have prepared so much meat. That's right, this person has gone to their place, what should we do? We didn't even have a flower basket for the opening. Look, there's no room for the flower baskets at the door. Alas, it's the same in our other stores. They are too mean. Every store has invited a star. After several employees finished scolding, Liang Jianwei came over with a smile on his face. Hey, isn't this Boss Jiang? What's going on? Who was still barking there early in the morning, saying that he wants to defeat us? Is this how you defeat us? Liang Jianwei said and looked at the store where there was no ghost of Jiang Chen. Ah, it's time to open. Alas, I just saw the bustle inside and forgot that I was also going to open. Manager Mi, notify the chef to cook. While there's no one here, make the employee meal first. Everyone will be full later, so that we can serve everyone. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, the chef was so angry that he almost dropped the spoon. There's not even a ghost, and you still want to eat the employee meal. How can you be such a heartless boss? Why eat the employee meal? How about I send you some? Liang Jianwei laughed loudly after saying this, and Jiang Chen was not embarrassed at all. Is your dish edible? Why can't I eat my dish? My dish is not edible, but your dish is. After Liang Jianwei's provocation, the live broadcast room of Chicken Restaurant was also waylaid Jiang Chen. This time they are tit for tat, it's time for a decisive battle. My food is better than yours, no doubt about it. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Liang Jianhui slapped the table and said, Haha, you don't even show up, how dare you say your food is better than mine? Today, I will let all the people in Lago know how hypocritical you are. Zhao Zhang, go move the tables out, and let's compete with Chicken Restaurant at Yanhua Street. Let's also help with the opening. Today, there can only be one restaurant at Yanhua Street, whoever loses will get out. Liang Jianwei had thought so a long time ago, he just wanted Jiang Chen to bring it up. Jiang Chen had also seen that he was just giving him a way out. After all, they even invited TV stations, and invited so many celebrities to help. Why wouldn't he do this thing that can make him famous without spending money? Hey, I didn't want to hit you in the face, but you insisted on trying to get ahead. If you want to compete, it's fine. You also invited the food experts. You also invited the TV station. Then let's have a few dishes to compete. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Liang Jianwei smiled. This guy was finally fooled. Liang Jianwei knew that their star restaurant could not engage in a protracted war with Jiang Chen. Their restaurant was operating with debt and at a loss. Once they engaged in a protracted war with Jiang Chen, they would face a bottomless pit of funds. Now almost every hotel has invested hundreds of millions of yuan. Once this capital chain is broken, all their hotels will face an economic crisis. So they can quickly occupy the market by killing Jiang Chen with one move, and then go public to raise money, and everyone can have fun. On Yanhua Street, Star Restaurant quickly set up 2 rows of tables and chairs. In front of the tables and chairs, 2 rows of judges' area were placed. After the tables and chairs were placed, the TV station also set up a video recorder and broadcast the whole process live. Of course, all the South media who heard the news also set up their filming equipment. Boss Zhang, don't say we are bullying you. How do you want to compete? Liang Jianwei is very confident in himself. This time they invited famous chefs from the 8 major cuisines. And their ingredients are all imported. You are so shameless, you are importing everything, and you still say you don't bully others. Host, this is a trap, waiting for you to jump in. It's over. Host, you are still young, and now you are going to be caught in the same trap. After a group of fans finished talking, Jiang Chen walked into the store and took out the menu directly. Then don't say I bully you, let's let the customers and judges choose the dishes. After choosing the dishes, score them, it's fair and just. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Liang Jianwei also nodded. Okay, then don't say I bully you. The judges are all invited by me, you can also invite some judges. I don't need to invite judges, just randomly select a few customers on the spot. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, he pointed to 3 people in the crowd. Okay, let's get started. After Liang Jianwei finished speaking, the host over there took the microphone and shouted, now please invite the judges to come on stage. They are Jiang Chen, the chairman of the Dichen Hotel Association, and Wang Yan, the head of our Dichen publicity department. In addition, there is the famous food critical Wu Xiaomi who just volunteered to join. After the 3 heavyweight guests entered, the 3 people selected by Jiang Chen soon walked to the judging seat. The judges' seats were full, and the host began to announce the rules of the competition. The rules of our competition are that each person will present 4 dishes, and the judges will comment and score on the spot. The dishes are provided by the 2 hotels themselves, and everyone should show their strength. After the host finished speaking, Jiang Chen put the menu in front of the live camera. I think each of our dishes is exquisite, and this opportunity to choose is left to you. Jiang Chen finished speaking in the live broadcast room, and soon the fans started to choose. I like to eat beef, I want a portion of beef. Mushroom chicken, this is indispensable. This watermelon and tomato, I say I'll have this. How can we miss the local pig? Let's have the Dialane village local pig fried with peppers. Chapter 81 Zhu Jinsheng is here to make trouble again. Jiang Chen selected 4 dishes for the competition. They are tomato and watermelon fruit plate, large plate of potato stewed beef, mushroom and pea chicken, and pepper fried pork. After Jiang Chen handed over the dishes, Liang Jianwei left. He has dishes for all of these, and they are all imported from abroad. Then don't say I'm bullying you, I'll use the same ingredients as you. If you have a fruit plate, I'll serve a fruit salad. If you have beef, I'll serve a pan-fried Kobe beef. If you serve chicken, I'll serve our sassy large plate chicken. For the last pork, I'll serve the most classic southern dish, preserved vegetable and pork. After Liang Jianwei finished speaking, the host asked the chefs to go back to cook. Just as the 2 restaurants were preparing the food, Wu Qiang came out to sing a Bamiyan song. After Wu Qiang finished singing, the young people were all excited. Remember to support our restaurant. After Wu Qiang finished speaking, he entered the restaurant again under everyone's protection. At this moment, both sides on Yanhua Street had served the first dish. This was a fruit plate. 2 fruit plates were placed on the tasting table, and soon the TV station focused the video on the 2 fruit plates. Let me introduce it. Our plate is called the 100 fruit plate. It is made up of 43 kinds of fruits produced in 43 countries including South America, Europe, and Southeast Asia. After Liang Jianwei finished speaking, Jiang Chen looked at his fruit plate, which was very large, and there were many fruits he had never seen before. These fruits were paired together in red and green, and they were very beautiful. Okay, here are the dragon money fruit from Figo and the pearl fruit from Samibia, each of which is priceless. It really deserves to be called the 100 fruit plate. After speaking, Zhu Jinsheng, president of the Hotel Association, picked up a small thumb-sized fruit and put it in his mouth. Soon he gave it a full score with a look of enjoyment. This dish is top-notch in terms of color and taste. After Minister Wang of the propaganda department finished speaking, he also gave it a full score. Luo Xiaomi came over, and after tasting a few fruits, a smile appeared on her face. It must be said that this fruit plate worth tens of thousands of yuan can really conquer people's hearts. I give it full marks too. The 3 professional judges gave full marks, and the 3 amateur judges also gave full marks. Liang Jianwei smiled, I give it full marks. You're a domestic watermelon and tomato, I don't believe you can compete with the top fruits from the world. My dish is called watermelon and tomato platter. The name is not nice, but they are all produced in Ardi Lane village. Here I want to say that it doesn't mean that logo means it is bad. It doesn't mean that the moon in foreign countries is necessarily round. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Minister Wang smiled in agreement. Yes, it doesn't mean that our logo means it is bad. After Minister Wang finished speaking, he picked up a piece of tomato and tasted it. The tomato still tasted the same. Everyone has eaten it countless times, but it is still hard to resist its sweet and sour taste. Wow, the tomatoes in Lane village taste really good, I give it full marks. After Minister Wang finished speaking, Luo Xiaomi didn't even look at it, and directly gave it a full score sign. The tomatoes in Lane village, even if I don't give it full marks, everyone will not agree. After Luo Xiaomi finished speaking, Zhu Jinsheng walked to the fruit plate. He was the one who started this fight, so he naturally couldn't let Jiang Chen win. You've all tasted tomatoes, so I'll try watermelon. Zhu Jinsheng said with a smile, and a group of people felt a pit in their hearts. Damn, this bastard, he picked on the weak even though he knew they couldn't beat tomatoes. Everyone remember that this guy was one of the people who came to the hotel to make trouble last time. Well, with him as the judge, it will be difficult for Jiang Chen not to lose. This watermelon looks ordinary, and it must taste ordinary. A fruit plate cannot rely on just one thing to be successful. It must have everything exquisite. Before Zhu Jinsheng finished speaking, the watermelon that just entered his mouth seemed like a piece of soft sugar, melting in his mouth. The sandy sweetness of the watermelon was definitely the most beautiful taste he had ever tasted in his life. I give you 80 points. Zhu Jinsheng directly spit out the watermelon. This watermelon shouldn't be so bad, it looks and tastes good. After saying this, an old man came over and picked up a piece of watermelon to taste it. In just a moment, his crotches began to tremble with excitement. This watermelon is delicious, sandy and sweet, and it has a lot of water, it feels like it melts in your mouth. Let me try it, too, it's really delicious. I've never eaten watermelon with this flavor. This is definitely the best watermelon of the year. Let me try it too. After the 3 judges finished speaking, they all showed a perfect score of 10. The scene was very awkward. 6 judges gave 5 perfect scores. Zhu Jinsheng looked a little ugly, but he knew he had to do it. Let me try it too. After saying this, Luo Xiaomi walked over and picked up a piece of watermelon and put it in his mouth. After the watermelon was in his mouth, Luo Xiaomi's face soon showed a hint of surprise. Boss Zhu, you're quite picky. Luo Xiaomi stared, and Minister Wang over there also picked up a piece of watermelon and put it in his mouth. Yeah, it's delicious. What kind is this? It's 10 times more delicious than the newly released Midu. After Minister Wang finished speaking, a group of people looked at the lying Zhu Jinsheng. Anyway, it doesn't suit my taste. It's my choice how many points I want to give. After Zhu Jinsheng finished speaking, the host shouted, Chicken restaurant wins the first dish. After the first dish was finished, the second dish was served soon. This is a duel between a big plate chicken and a pea mushroom chicken. After the 6 judges tasted the chicken one by one, the results came out immediately. Surprisingly, this time the big plate chicken actually received 3 negative reviews. Please comment on this dish. Is there anything unsatisfactory about this dish? The host looked at a white-haired old man with a puzzled look. The old man couldn't help shaking his head. Our big plate chicken in Z province must use local chickens in Z province. This taste can't be made with foreign chickens. Look, this is not the taste of big plate chicken at all. Yes, this delicacy must be made with local chickens, the taste is authentic. Luo Xiaomi also gave 80 points after speaking. Her comment was that it was neither foreign nor Chinese, and the taste was a bit strange. Soon the third dish came on stage. At this moment, Jiang Chen had tied with Starry Star Restaurant. The third dish was stir-fried meat. Starry Star Restaurant served the famous southern dish, pork with preserved vegetables and preserved vegetables. It was cooked by a famous southern master. Jiang Chen served the simple stir-fried pork with peppers. As soon as the 2 sides of the meat were served, a strange fragrance could be smelled. It smells so good. You can tell it's definitely local pigs. Everyone walked onto the stage and tasted them one after another. This time, Zhu Jinsheng did not do a bad job. He gave both dishes 90 points. But surprisingly, the authentic southern dish, pork with preserved vegetables, only got 1 full mark. However, Jiang Chen's stir-fried pork with peppers actually got 5 full marks. The winner was immediately decided. The last dish would decide the winner. Even if Starry Star Restaurant won the last dish, it would only be a tie. So Yan Jianwei was very nervous at this moment. He kept winking at Zhu Jinshan, and Zhu Jinshan naturally understood. For the last dish, Jiang Chen served beef stewed with potatoes, while Starry Star Restaurant served Kobe steak. These are 2 completely different ways of eating. She can set up a grill on the spot. They hired a white-skinned foreigner. It is said that this is the chef of the Michelin 3-star restaurant. Jiang Chen's beef has been stewed for more than half an hour. Let me introduce you now. Our Mr. William was specially invited from the United States by Shinken Restaurant. Now he will grill the most authentic Kobe beef for you on the spot. After the host finished speaking, William had already picked a piece of fat and lean steak and put it on the grill. After the steak was ready, he took the grill and began to slowly roast it. As the temperature continued to rise, layers of oil stains began to appear on the Kobe steak. Soon everyone smelled the aroma of beef. William was very meticulous. He was a little fat. He stared at the steak with full concentration and was very serious. So after a while, he was sweating all over. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelas. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in the world of incredible novels. Chapter 82. The moon in foreign countries is not always rounder. Time passed by little. When William finished grilling the steak, Jiang Chen's beef and potatoes were also ready. Let's taste the steak from Kobe first. After the host said this, several judges walked to the steak. William skillfully cut the steak into many pieces of meat. Everyone picked up a piece of meat with chopsticks and put it in their mouths. Delicious, the beef is crispy on the outside and tender on the inside, and the aroma is overflowing. Not bad, it really deserves to be Kobe beef. Although this beef is not brushed with oil, the roasted body mixed with the aroma of meat makes people's mouths linger. I don't have much culture, this beef and this method are really good. Almost everyone gave a good review. Even Xiaomi, who has always been very picky, couldn't help but give a praise expression. Thank you everyone, our family has a history of making steaks for 200 years. William finished speaking in the not very proficient dragon script, and Jiang Chen had already opened the lid of the pot. It would have been better if he hadn't opened the lid of the pot. The moment the lid was opened, the aroma of beef and potatoes instantly filled the entire Yuanhua street. Wow, what a delicious beef. I can't help but drool just by the smell. It's the authentic smell. It's the smell of Dragon Country. The people queuing on the street praised it one after another, and soon several judges were intoxicated. Well, this smell is very fragrant, it's the smell of fireworks in Dragon Country. After Wang Yun finished speaking, several judges walked to the big plate of potato beef. At this moment, the table was still emitting pieces of white mist. Luo Xiaomei fanned her hand, and the tendered potatoes and soft beef mixed together to form a small mountain. In addition, the red peppers scattered around, and the perfect combination of ingredients, all of which said that this was a precious dish. Let me try it. Well, the beef is rotten and chewy, and the potatoes are more fragrant because of the taste of beef. The beef is tender and smooth in the mouth. This is a kind of deliciousness that makes people indescribable. It actually makes people feel a little bit of pleasure. After Luo Xiaomei finished speaking, several other judges also picked up beef and put it in their mouths. As soon as the beef entered their mouths, they couldn't help but give a thumbs up. It's still our Dragon Country beef. I give this beef full marks. I give it full marks too. Grilled steak is delicious, but Chinese food is world class. Another judge finished shouting, and Lian Jianwei's face was dark all the way to his neck. How is it possible? How can your beef be better than Kobe beef? Lian Jianwei finished speaking, picked up a piece of beef and put it in his mouth, and then he closed his mouth instantly. They were both world-class beef, but the moment they entered his mouth, Lian Jianwei knew he lost. Oh, shit, I can't believe my steak lost. William finished speaking, picked up a piece of beef with chopsticks and put it in his mouth. He was not used to Chinese food, but the moment the beef entered his mouth, he knew that he did not lose in terms of technique. Oh, shit, I didn't lose. I just lost because the raw materials were not fresh enough. William finished speaking, and he asked Jiang Chen to give him a piece of beef. Jiang Chen generously asked the chef to cut William a piece of the best beef. Looking at the beef in his hand, William pinched it left and right, and looked left and right. This beef looked no different from ordinary beef. He picked up the grill and started grilling the beef. As the blue flames from the grill scorched, the beef soon began to slowly ooze out some oil. Then the beef began to become crispy and fragrant. A few minutes later, when William stopped grilling, his frown finally relaxed again. Oh, my God, this is a piece of beef that is not inferior to Kobe beef. William cut a piece of beef with a knife and put it in his mouth. He was so surprised that he couldn't close his mouth. Oh, my God. It's 10 times better than Kobe beef. After William finished speaking, several judges came over. They picked up the grilled steak and tasted it again. After a piece of steak was put into the mouth, everyone couldn't help but give a thumbs up. The taste has been upgraded. The steak made this time can be compared with a potato beef stew at the Michelin restaurant. It's so delicious. I didn't expect that a simple grilled steak could have 2 flavors. After Luo Xiaomei finished speaking, many tourists in the queue picked up chopsticks and tasted the potato beef stew and new steak made by Jiang Chen. It's so delicious. Oh my God, it's hard to imagine that there is such delicious beef in the world. Damn, the beef stew with potatoes I ate before, can that be called a dish? It's just shit. Everyone, come and try it. Mizu brought a big beef stew with potatoes to the people in line. Not long after, those who had eaten beef quickly ran to the door of Mikun restaurant and lined up. I want to order a serving of beef stew with potatoes. I want to order one too. I'll order 2 servings, 1 to eat here and 1 to take away. After a group of customers in line at the door of Michelin restaurant shouted, the people who were in line behind them and were about to go to Shinken restaurant were stunned. What's going on? Aren't you going to see the stars? Why are you all going to Michelin restaurant? After a group of people finished talking, the lobby manager of Michelin restaurant had already cut a dozen watermelons and brought them out. Everyone, you have worked hard in the queue, come and try our latest Elaine Village watermelon. After the lobby manager finished speaking, the lobby manager of Shinken restaurant in the distance was about to curse his father. Everyone has worked hard in the queue, why don't you give it to the people in your queue? You're giving watermelons to people in our restaurant, what do you mean? On Yanhua Street, customers who were going to Shinken restaurant to see the stars took the watermelon handed over by the lobby manager. Cut it out, isn't it just a piece of watermelon? How can it be so delicious? That's right, who would go to their Michelin restaurant just for a watermelon? The 2 girls said, took a bite of watermelon, and in just a moment they ran to the line of Michelin restaurant like rabbits. By the way, everyone hurry up and line up, today the watermelon supply is limited. We only have 3 trucks of watermelon shipped to our 22 stores. There will be stock in the next 2 days, and it will be gone in a few days. After the lobby manager finished speaking, the few people who vowed not to step into the Nukan restaurant ran over without the slightest hesitation. Seeing that the customers on the street instantly flocked to Michelin restaurant, and at this moment the line of Shinken restaurant had become short-tailed rabbits, Liang Jianwei's face was extremely ugly. You're cheating. This doesn't count. I want to compete again, change a few dishes and compete again. Liang Jianwei saw that he had shot himself in the foot, so he quickly cheated. I declare the arithmetic competition, Michelin restaurant 4-1 Shinken restaurant. Michelin restaurant wins. After Wang Yun, the Minister of Publicity, said this in the distance, the TV reporter quickly turned the camera to the Michelin restaurant in the distance. Dear audience friends, this is the live report from Sassy TV. The legendary restaurant Michelin restaurant is still continuing his myth. Michelin restaurant has made every logo people understand that not all foreign countries are good. Our logo can also be the best. Now let us go to Michelin restaurant together to witness another miracle of Michelin restaurant. After the TV station finished speaking, he followed the customers to Michelin restaurant to broadcast live. Liang Jianwei here was about to roar, damn, you're our guest. Old Zhu, think of a way quickly. Seeing that all the customers went to Michelin restaurant, Liang Jianwei looked at Zhu Jinsheng for help. At this moment, Zhu Jinsheng's face was dark and he was almost ashamed to see people. What can I do? Human meat is fresh. You bring these things from abroad, which are just gimmicks, and they don't taste fresh at all. If you don't lose, who will? Go explain to the board of directors later. Chapter 83. Xiaobajia on Yanhua Street. Although there were still many customers at Shinken restaurant, Liang Jianwei knew they had lost. This time they lost both fame and momentum. They did not win over Michelin restaurant, and they were humiliated. This alone determined that capital would never favor them again. Bao Yang, look at your face, what's wrong, are you eating bitter melon? Oh, didn't you have a lot of customers just now? Why are they gone now? Don't be afraid, I'll promote you. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Liang Jianwei's beard was about to explode with anger. Don't be so arrogant, we haven't lost yet. Liang Jianwei said, and walked back to Shinken restaurant with a dusty face. Back at Michelin restaurant again, all 150 tables in Michelin restaurant were already full of people. Everyone ordered all kinds of food, and did not forget to post on WeChat moments to promote the watermelons of D-Lane Village. "Boss, look at the live broadcast room." Mi Pen reminded him in a low voice behind him. Jiang Chen looked at the live broadcast room, and at this moment the number of people in his live broadcast room exceeded 10 million again. "The anchor is awesome. I knew you wouldn't let us down. We were worried about you for nothing just now." Seeing the anchor's confident look, I knew it wouldn't lose. A restaurant puts all its energy into food, how could it lose to someone who spends all its money on marketing? Looking at the live broadcast room, Jiang Chen forgot that he hadn't interacted with fans for a long time. "Thank you for still following my live broadcast room. Every dish we launched today is something we are proud of. We also have mutton soup and beef soup. I really hope everyone can taste them. By the way, you don't have to come to the main store in Shisu district in the Yeonhua Street branch. Looking at the crowd outside, I guess you won't be able to get a table tonight. If you want to eat, you can go to other branches and have a look." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, his live broadcast room was quickly filled with messages. "What are you looking at? Just now, your branch was full of people as soon as the results of your competition came out. Ha ha ha, those people who originally went to Shinken restaurant ran to your restaurant. Russell Yang is really a dumb man who can't express his grievances. All the work he did was to make things worse for you. Boss, what a surprise. Today you beat up Shinken restaurant and gave yourself a huge advertisement without spending any money. Why don't you organize some activities? At least they invited more than 20 celebrities. You said you spent all your wealth to run Michelin restaurant. It's okay if you don't invite celebrities, but you should at least get a few of your own internet celebrities." After a group of fans finished speaking, Jiang Chen thought about it and it was true. He had to show his support. "Don't worry, I'm a Jiang Chen, a stingy person. We also have an event today, but I just don't like to show off. Tonight, Sister Yuer, Bilimu, brothers Yang from Michelin restaurant will meet everyone together." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, the live broadcast room was boiling instantly. 666, my god, I can't even dream of meeting Sister Yuer and Bilimu at the same time. You must come to support. Even if my wife breaks my legs today, I will come and watch. I support brothers Yang. I support Uncle Hochi. After a group of fans finished speaking, a dozen people suddenly rushed into the restaurant. These dozen people did not line up, and they shouted to find the boss as soon as they came in. "Call your boss out, we are from the Shangjing Food Association." "Oh, I want to meet your boss." Introduced myself, I am the logo person in charge of William Restaurant. Soon a foreigner also came over. Seeing a group of uninvited guests, Mizu hurriedly looked at Jiang Chen. Jiang Chen walked over with a live broadcast pole. "I am the owner of this restaurant. What can I do for you? If you are here to eat, I ask you to line up at the back." Jiang Chen finished speaking neither servile nor arrogant, and a secretary hurriedly came up and handed over a business card. "We are food tasters invited by the TV station. We heard that your food beat the Michelin chef of the star restaurant. We don't believe it, we want to taste it." After the secretary finished speaking, the big-nosed foreigner also spoke up. "I don't believe we will lose. Just now William told me that your ingredients are better than Kobe beef, and I want to see it today." After several people finished speaking, Jiang Chen's live broadcast room was filled with question marks. "Oh my god, Liang Jianwei is here to make trouble again. What conspiracy is this time? Anger, don't be fooled, kick them out." Amid the shouts of a group of fans, Wang Yun from the propaganda department came over. Don't get me wrong, these are people invited by our province, not from the star restaurant. They just want to taste your food. By the way, this friend James said he is very interested in your beef, and he may want to purchase your beef." After Wang Yun finished speaking, your fans breathed a sigh of relief. They're invited by the province, so there's no problem. Anger, let them taste our Sessi's food. It's time for our Sessi beef to go global. After a group of fans finished speaking, the TV reporter who was broadcasting live in the restaurant also rushed over. Now the people from our Dragon Country Gourmet Association and the person in charge of William Restaurant have also come to Michelin Restaurant. What will they think of Michelin Restaurant? Now follow our steps and let's go and have a look. After the reporter finished speaking, there were no empty seats in Michelin Restaurant at this moment. "I'm sorry, we are full here. If you don't mind, we can set up a table for everyone at the door." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, several people from the Gourmet Association looked around the restaurant and nodded in agreement. "Okay, it's just right to eat outside, it's still cool." After the people from the Gourmet Association finished speaking, Jiang Chen asked the lobby manager to get a table and put it in the middle of Yuanhua Street. Thousands of people queuing on Yuanhua Street rushed over to watch. Even those who had just entered Michelin restaurant ran out to watch the excitement. "We won't let you order dishes. We'll just serve you whatever dishes we have left." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, an old man with white hair took a chair and sat down. "Just serve whatever you have. We're not picky." After the old man finished speaking, someone in the live broadcast room recognized him. "Damn, this guy seems to be Jiang Baijia, the vice president of the Gourmet Association." "What do you mean by like?" "It's okay. This old man is very picky. Many five-star hotels want to invite him, but he won't give face. This time we invited him in that province. Besides, he is originally from Sesi, so he still have to give face to his hometown." After a group of fans finished speaking, 7 or 8 people from the Gourmet Association and James walked to the empty seats and sat down. "Our first dish, watermelon and tomato fruit plate, all produced in Dialane village." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, a small fruit plate was placed on the table. Jiang Baijia picked up a tomato and put it in his mouth, closed his eyes and slowly tasted it. When he opened his eyes, the dish on the table had been snatched away by everyone. "You, at least leave me a piece of watermelon." After Jiang Baijia finished speaking, even the foreigner couldn't help but wipe his mouth. "Oh, it's crazy. Yolongo is a country of etiquette, but you don't have any etiquette at all. Just shut up, you're the one who eats the most." After the secretary of the Food Association finished speaking, Jiang Chen soon brought another serving of mushroom fried meat. Chapter 84 Landmark Food. The mushroom fried meat was served, and this time Jiang Baijia learned to be smart. He picked up a few pieces of meat and put them in his mouth, then slowly tasted it. Just after he finished eating the meat in his mouth, while he was still savoring it, the table was empty again. "Hurry up and serve the food." A member of the association shouted to Jiang Chen, and the TV reporters next to him were anxious. "Eat slowly. At least give some comments while eating. Say a few words at least. Have you forgotten why we invited you here?" Wang Yun from the publicity department next to him said in a low voice, and at this moment the chef brought a bowl of pea chicken soup. "The pea chicken soup is here, be careful of the heat and eat slowly." After the chef said this, everyone at the table took out the soup spoon. As soon as the pea chicken soup was put on the table, everyone quickly scrambled for it. "Wow, it smells so good!" Someone in the crowd shouted, and at this moment Jiang Baijia had already tasted it. He first tasted a mouthful of the soup, then picked up a pea. Finally, he took the chicken nugget out of it, rinsed it with the soup, and put it in his mouth. "Jiang Lao, what do you think?" "Delicious, the chicken soup is thick and fragrant, the peas are crispy and sweet, and the chicken is tofu and tender. It is a unique dish in Shixi. I suggest that when we entertain foreign guests in Shixi province in the future, we must put this dish in the recipe." After Jiang Baijia finished speaking, the scene instantly broke out into warm applause. "Wow, Jiang Lao hasn't praised a dish like this for many years. This dish can be used as a dish for Shixi province to entertain foreign guests. This is enough to show that Jiang Lao attaches great importance to this dish." After the TV station's live broadcast, Jiang Chen's fans in the live broadcast room soon became excited. "Oh my god, I heard that this dish was delicious last time. I didn't expect that even the top gourmets in our dragon country would praise it so much. It seems that if everyone goes to Shixi in the future, they must try this landmark food. I feel that this dish has become the signature of Shixi province." Just as a group of fans were full of praise, at this moment, the chef brought another pot of mutton soup. The fragrance of mutton soup came from afar, and many people couldn't help but stand up. The most famous thing in the Northwest is mutton. There are many ways to eat mutton, and mutton soup is the most famous. Dialane village mutton soup, everyone, try it. After the chef said this, several gourmets couldn't wait. Jiang Baijia scooped a bowl of mutton soup and started to evaluate it before he even ate it. The soup is as thick as milk, and the chopped green onion is as white as jade. Look at the mutton, it looks fat and lean, and the thickness is just right. Let me have a taste. This mutton soup must taste fresh. If it is not cooked well, it will have a smell of mutton, which is very unpalatable. Well, the soup is thick but not muttony, and the mutton is not only chewy but also chewy. Take another sip of the soup and taste it carefully, and you can almost smell the scent of the grassland. Wow, there is really no smell of mutton at all. This doesn't seem to be mutton, but it is really mutton. I give full marks to this bowl of soup. I also suggest that it be included in our Sesi recipe." After Jiang Baijia finished speaking, almost everyone at the scene gave a thumbs up. "This soup is really the taste I haven't tasted in the past few years. It can definitely take the lead in mutton soup. I recommend this soup to audiences across the country. When you savor it, it seems to make you feel like you're in the prairie. As far as the eye can see, it is vast. I really want to go to Delane Village. After several judges praised it, William had already brought out the grilled steak. Excuse me, this is the top steak I grilled with Delane Village beef. You try this beef, it is definitely better than Kobe beef. After William finished speaking, several people added a piece of steak to taste it. As soon as the beef entered their mouths, everyone gave a thumbs up. Sure enough, the products of Delane Village must be top-notch. After Jiang finished speaking, the foreigner James had already shown an incredible expression. My God, this is the taste our family is looking for. After James finished speaking, the secretary beside him stood up. Hello, we are the logo person in charge of the global chain brand William Western Food. We at William Western Food want to purchase your beef. We are willing to pay the price of Kobe beef. Do you think it's okay? After the secretary finished speaking, he handed over a contract. Trust us, leave it to our William family. We will definitely make your beef the best in the world. William, who was in charge of grilling beef, said this, and Jiang Chen took the contract. In the contract, they actually marked a pound of beef for 2,600 yuan. This is really a sky-high price. Young man, just agree. He can give the price of Kobe beef, which is definitely the highest price in our logo beef. Jiang came over and patted Jiang Chen on the shoulder. Signed. Jiang Chen said, took the pen and signed the agreement. It's really worth a trip. We can finally find a beef that is better than Kobe beef. Longo was really an incredible place. After William and James finished speaking, Jiang Chen's like broadcast room exploded. My God, 2,600 per pound, that cow must be sold for more than 100,000 yuan. This is a bit profit, anger, you might as well open a cattle farm separately. This time you must open a cattle farm separately. As long as the cattle can be sold at a high price, the anchor can make money. When the time comes, he can fulfill his grandfather's dream. That is also the dream of all of us dragon people. We will definitely conquer the desert, at least we will definitely be the most successful country in desert management in the world. After a group of fans finished speaking, the Minister of Propaganda Wang Yun also hurried over. Brother, since you have recommended it to you, and the taste is absolutely delicious to us. So I want to put our external reception in your hotel. Do you have a hotel now? After Wang Yun finished speaking, Jiang Chen hurriedly nodded. As long as he can reach a cooperative relationship with this group of leaders, his hotel will not be something that the hotel association can move at will. Yes, my hotel will open next Friday, but it is not a 5-star hotel. But you can rest assured that my facilities and services are all of the standards of a 5-star hotel. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Minister Wang asked the secretary to arrange the cooperation. After reaching a cooperation with the province of Si, Jiang Chen knew that his hotel was stable. With the cooperation of Yuan Group and the province of Si, these two alone are enough to make his hotel stand out from the crowd. It's all over, all the hotels under the hotel association are all over this time. If the province of Si cooperates with you, it means that they have to cancel the cooperation with them. They borrowed so much money to use in the restaurant to fight against you, and now they are completely defeated. This time even the guards can't save them. A group of fans finished talking, and at this moment, the people from the food association tasted the food and said goodbye. On Yanhua Street, there were still some fans left. But after the gourmets promoted it, the few people who were left turned to Jiang Chen's Michelin restaurant. When the evening came, Jiang Chen's live broadcast room had reached 30 million fans. This has broken another record. Boss, it's time to give the star restaurant a final blow. The sunset filled the sky, and the evening breeze in the capital of Si province was cool, which was very pleasant. Okay, start the final strike plan. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and he announced a heavy news to everyone in the live broadcast room. Chapter 85 Northwest Dragon Jiang Chen's live broadcast room. At this moment Jiang Chen has come to the branch of Michelin restaurant located in the West End District. This branch is located in Wanhua Building. Wanhua Building has just opened, so its popularity is very low. Friends, today I have a good news to announce to everyone. We will hold a celebrity meeting of Delane Village at the Wanhua branch. Now as long as you come to Michelin restaurant in Wanhua Building, you can meet Sister Yuira and Ilyamu. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, his live broadcast room was instantly boiling. Great. We were originally going to see Angra. She will perform at the Wanhua Building store today. Chicken restaurant has already fallen in many places. Let's see if they can succeed in Wanhua Building this time. Chicken restaurant invited 2 supreme big names in total. Wu Qian performed at noon, and the popular Little Flower Ogre performed at night. At 6:30 the evening, just when the meal time arrived, the two restaurants had already started competing. In terms of dishes, Chicken Restaurant had already lost. So they wanted to increase popularity through Ogre. Ogre's side has started, there are still so many people. Ogre started singing. I heard that she can sing 3 songs. Her appearance fee is 20 million. 20 million for 3 songs. Sigh, to be honest, the boss of Shinken Restaurant probably ran away overnight after losing money this time. After a group of people finished talking, the little stars from Delane Village began to appear in Jiang Chen's live broadcast room. Hello everyone, I am Li Xiaogim from Delane Village. When Li Xiaogim appeared, a group of fans soon began to take pictures. Wow, the Expression Brother is here. Hey, the Expression Brother looks pretty handsome. Expression Brother, show some talent. After a group of fans finished talking, Li Xiaogim recreated a few emoticons for everyone on the spot, which soon triggered a round of shots from fans. After Li Xiaogim left the stage, Limu came on stage. Limu was wearing a very cute women's dress. She was very tall on the stage, and her small round face looked so pure that people couldn't help shouting in their hearts. Wow, Limu is so beautiful. Oh my god, RC actually has girls who are prettier than the girls in the south. This is hundreds of times prettier than in a live broadcast. Brothers, I hope you can come to see it live, it's really prettier than the stars. After Limu came on stage, the cute and innocent girl next door sang a song for everyone. Her voice was melodious and beautiful, like a little lark. When Limu was singing, a group of people ran out of the star restaurant. Ogre was a little surprised, and Lian Jianwei's face became even uglier. Go see Limu, she is really beautiful. Prettier than in a live broadcast. Someone in the restaurant shouted, and many people ran away. When Ogre sang the 3rd song, Jiang Chen's live broadcast room had already exploded. Everyone's favorite Sister Yuer came on stage. If Limu was a pure and lovely girl next door, then Sister Yuer in a red dress like fire is definitely a fairy-like change. Wow, my god, I never expected Sister Yuer to be so fairy. She really looks like a fairy. Her figure is too good. It's incredible, Sister Yuer's dancing is so seductive. I dare not look at Sister Yuer's eyes, every time she looks back, every time she sighs, it seems to be able to seduce people's souls. Too charming, really, I feel that she is the modern version of Zhao Feiyan. Yes, absolutely Zhao Feiyan. The dance is so beautiful, such a beautiful girl, it feels like she was born for beauty. Amid the exclamations of a group of people, at this moment, before Angela finished singing the 3rd song, the people below had already run away. The scene was very awkward. Angela barely finished singing the last sentence, and the agent took her away without thinking. At night, when Jiang Chen's restaurant was full, Lian Jianwei was sitting in the empty restaurant with a lot of thoughts in his mind. How is it possible? I have done so well. How is it possible that I haven't beaten him yet? After Lian Jianwei finished speaking, the secretary came over. Boss, it's bad. Our spokesperson Wu Qian has been arrested. What? Lian Jianwei stood up after slapping the table. The secretary quickly handed him the headline news. Famous actor Wu Qian was arrested for tax evasion and special group female behavior. This trending search instantly ranked first on the trending search list. Below this trending search is the trending search of the famous actor Angela. The audience ran away before the 3 songs were finished. The famous actor Angela suffered a Waterloo at Sassy. Seeing this, Yan Jianwei plopped down on the chair. He knew that everything was over, Shiken was going to be gone, and from today on, there would be no place for him in Dichang. I am not reconciled. How could I lose so badly? Lian Jianwei didn't know where he lost. He had obviously worked so hard. He had obviously convinced so many people and concentrated so much strength, why couldn't he be a rural boy? The night dispersed, and before dawn the next day, Jiang Chen received a message. More than a dozen owners of Shinken restaurant were split because their huge efforts did not win the favor of capital. In addition, the restaurant invested in this bottomless pit, which emptied a lot of hotels' money. So 4 hotels with weaker financial resources, such as Nanhui Hotel and Western Hotel, declared bankruptcy on the spot. 3 days later, Jiang Chen's hotel located in the Cultural and Sports Project was put into operation ahead of schedule. The Brilliant Hotel, which was across the road from Jiang Chen, declared bankruptcy that night. On the way back to Delane Village, Mi Peng and his men were in a good mood. They won this battle and ended up winning everything. Not only did they win beautifully, they also took advantage of the situation to get a lot of contracts. Of course, they also made Limu and Sister Yuer famous. It was really a great profit. Boss, look, Sister Year's fans have exceeded 3 million. Alimu's fans have also exceeded 1.7 million. Mi Peng handed the accounts of Sister Year and Alimu to Jiang Chen, and Jiang Chen smiled. These are his capable men. Whether they can defend the desert in the future depends on them. Okay. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and Imongtang suddenly took out his cell phone and shouted, Brother Jiang, look, the hotel association has announced its dissolution. Also, Chicken Restaurant is in debt of 770 million and has officially declared bankruptcy. Jiang Chen was in a complicated mood as he looked at the news on the headlines. If you do too much evil, you'll perish. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and the Mercedes-Benz drove towards the wilderness. In Delane Village, the sunset was blood-red in the evening. Jiang Chen had a good sleep, and he decided to unveil the prelude to the development of Delane Village. The night enveloped the village, and Jiang Chen called Chu Shixin. Half an hour later, Chu Shixin led a team to Jiang Chen's office. At this moment, all of Jiang Chen's capable men had gathered in Jiang Chen's office. Jiang, what are you looking for me so urgently for? Chu Shixin finished talking to several leaders in the village and found a place to sit down. Big Bear, we have been patient for more than half a year. Today we decided to gallop. From now on, we will take the helm of Delane Village and make it the Dragon of the Northwest. We will soar into the sky and never be the humble snake again. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, everyone who came back from Dichen was encouraged. Yes, we defeated the powerful hotel association. From now on, we will conquer the desert. Himongtang's blood boiled. Seeing that a group of people were ignited with passion, Hu Jiang looked at Jiang Chen and asked, how are you going to rise? If you want to fight the desert, you can't just have passion. We also need money, a lot of money. I will make money. From now on, even if we don't open a mine, my Delane Village enterprise can feed the entire Longchen County. Now I declare that it's time to set up the Delane Village Industrial Park. Chapter 86. Passion alone can't save the desert. If you want to develop, you can't rely on passion alone, and Jiang Chen never expected passion to save Delane Village. Industrial Park. What kind of industrial park can we build? Chu Shixin finished speaking, leaning back in his chair and looking a little tired. During this period, he has been discussing the way out for Delane Village with the county. If a place wants to develop, it must have enterprises. But because of the fragile environment of Delane Village, it is impossible to build an enterprise. So this is a dead end. Who said that Delane Village can't build an industrial park? From now on, I want to make breeding, agriculture, and live broadcasting the three driving forces for the development of Delane Village. Big Bear, I call you here today just to let you help me. Let's make this happen together. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and when it came to live broadcasting, breeding, and agriculture, Chu Shixin shook his head. You know, our agriculture can't develop because of water shortage. If we do breeding, what should we raise? If we do live broadcasting, how much income can live broadcasting bring? After Chu Shixin asked, Jiang Chen had already brought the map of Delane Village. The agriculture I'm talking about is not about growing things in the village. See, from the orchard to the pea field to the tomato garden and watermelon base. This 2,000-acre land plus the 8,000-acre desert depth to the west and south. This is the Desert Farmland Industry Demonstration Park I want to build. In this Desert Farmland Industrial Park, I will build the world's top desert farm. In the future, this 10,000-acre land will have an annual output value of at least 5 billion. Jiang Chen finished speaking. When he said that the industrial park with a starting value of 5 billion yuan was still mainly focused on agriculture, Chu Shixin naturally didn't believe it. Old classmate, let's not talk big in front of each other. What we want is to develop step by step and down to earth. Chu Shixin finished speaking, and Jiang Chen asked Song Yiqian to print out a list of accounts. I'm not bragging, you haven't realized how powerful we are. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and Chu Shixin took the list of accounts. It was a preliminary statistical table of the sales of tomato gardens, pea fields and desert watermelons in Delane Village. Oh my god, tomatoes are more than 4 yuan per pound, peas are 15 yuan per pound, and watermelons are 17 yuan per pound. You can sell all these. As long as Michin restaurant doesn't close down, I won't have to worry about selling my products. Jiang Chen said, and Chu Shixin finally believed it. Then I support you. I can go to the county to apply for the supporting project of this industrial park for you now. Chu Shixin said excitedly, and Jiang Chen motioned him to wait. I haven't finished speaking yet. This is just one of my industries. I plan to contract all the land in our Delane Village. Our Delane Village extends to the north to the desert. I plan to build a super ranch industrial park covering an area of 4,000 acres here. In the future, this industrial park will rely on the desert in the north and continue to move north. The annual operation of this industrial park will eventually exceed 10 billion. Jiang Chen said, and this time he took out a purchase agreement without waiting for Chu Shixin to question it. Oh my god, William Western Restaurant is willing to spend 2,600 per pound to buy your beef. That's right, William Restaurant has 30,000 branches in more than 100 countries around the world. This is just beef. My ranch will also have pigs, cattle, sheep, etc. They will all be supplied to Michelin Restaurant at a high price. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Chu Shixin suddenly felt that the sky in Delane Village seemed to be bright. Then how to build the live broadcast industrial park. This time Hughes Yang couldn't help asking. We will build the live broadcast industrial park at the westernmost part of Delane Avenue near the desert. This industrial park covers an area of 600 acres and will be built into the largest live broadcast industrial park in Arlongo. After it is completed, it will be a comprehensive industrial park integrating live broadcast equipment procurement, employee training, live broadcast and sales. In the future, our live broadcast industrial park will have an annual income of at least 20 billion. Jiang Chen is now very confident in live broadcasting. His anchors, including himself, Lim Yu and Yuir, all have more than 1 million fans. Now they have not live broadcasted goods. Of course, Jiang Chen is not ready to let this group of internet celebrities live broadcast goods for the time being. It is enough for these people to accumulate traffic, rely on fans' rewards, and then serve as image ambassadors for Delane Village. For such a professional thing as live streaming, as long as Tang Yankee's contract expires, he can did the entire team over. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Chu Shixin decided on the spot to fully support Jiang Chen's 3 industrial parks. Xiao Chen, you can rest assured to work on the industrial park. We will do our best to cooperate with your work. If you have any needs, just let us know. Chu Shixin finished speaking. Speaking of needs, Jiang Chen really had some. I don't have any other needs. I just hope that our county can apply for more money and build a road for me. Nowadays, although Delane Village has built a road, it is very narrow. Moreover, the road from the village to the farmland and breeding farms in the north of the village is empty. I will find a way to help you solve the road problem. After Chu Shixin finished speaking, Jiang Chen had nothing else to say. Then let's stop here today. You can leave, and everyone else stay. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Chu Shixin took a few people from the village and said goodbye. The room became quiet again. Now I'm here to announce the new appointment. Manager Mi Peng, from now on you will be the person in charge of the live broadcast industrial park. Director Li will be in charge of the live broadcast team. Jiang Chen said and looked at the rice shed. Mi Peng nodded and agreed. Boss, don't worry, I will definitely make our live broadcast industrial park the first largest industrial park in our country. After Mi Peng accepted the appointment, Jiang Chen looked at Montang again. Montang, you don't have to manage the beverage company. From now on, you will take over the Desert Agricultural Industrial Park. You will be responsible for the deployment and resettlement of various plantings in the desert. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Montang asked, what about the beverage company? The beverage company will be merged to other places, and you just need to manage the agricultural industrial park. Ludwig, you're a management student after all. It's a waste of talent to ask you to manage a parking lot every day. From now on, the Delane Village Ranch Industrial Park is handed over to you. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Ludwig looked depressed. Old classmate, don't underestimate my parking lot. Now my parking lot plus supermarket plus restaurant can bring in hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. As Jiang Chen's fame grows, the popularity of Delane Village has increased. Now there are thousands of people coming to Delane Village for live broadcasts every day. The parking fee alone can collect 20,000 yuan a day. Hundreds of thousands a day is nothing. Beef is 2,600 yuan a pound. If you can build a ranch, the tax revenue of our ranch will be comparable to that of our entire city in the future. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, the 3 major industrial parks were appointed. Now the 3 major industrial parks in Jiang Chen all have bachelor's degrees or above, and all graduated from key universities. He needs such a visionary and down-to-earth person to take charge of one side for him. Our company is not big enough yet, so the finances don't need to be separated. We still have unified financial power and financial management. Our finance department has a lot of responsibilities, including tax returns and everyone's 5 insurances in one housing fund. So I asked Michelle to recommend a financial manager to me, and she should be able to take office tomorrow. Song Yiqian, you'll be my deputy by then, and you should take the opportunity to learn from me. Our 3 major industrial parks will have to be split up in a few years, and then you will have to be independent and take charge of one aspect. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Song Yiqian nodded. Don't worry, Brother Chen, I will definitely learn from you. After the financial matters were settled, Lubin stood up again. Then who will be responsible for my parking lot? Chapter 87 Desert Medicinal Herb Base. Speaking of the parking lot, Jiang Chen has already thought about it. Don't worry about the parking lot. I have contacted Wang Long. I plan to set up Delane Village Tourism Company. Delane Village Tourism Company will take over the parking lot in the grassland admission fee collection and other aspects. At the same time, our beverage company will also be merged into the tourism company. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and when he mentioned Wang Long, Lubin nodded and felt relieved. Wang Long was their junior high school classmate. 4 people in their class were admitted to universities that year, and Wang Long was one of them. That's no problem. Okay, then we will stop here today. From now on, everyone will be responsible for their own management. Your monthly salary will be increased to 5,000. At the end of the year, you will be given a bonus based on the revenue of your industrial park. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, everyone agreed. Okay, let's say this first. After everyone went to work, Jiang Chen was not idle. He went to the grassland. Jiang Chen still had one thing to do. He promised Kijaway that he would build a desert medicinal material base. According to Jiang Chen's plan, his desert medicinal material base was in the southwest of the grassland. He wanted to move the pea fields to the farm in the south. When he arrived at the pea fields, more than 200 acres of pea fields had been cleared. After Tang Yongjun and his men carried the dried seeds away, the 200 acres of land were free. 200 acres of land is definitely not enough. The medicinal materials industrial park needs at least 3,000 acres of land. Thinking of this, Jiang Chen decided to continue to march westward towards the desert. If you want to build a medicinal materials garden, you must have square fields. Square fields are the basis for Jiang Chen to control a desert. So Jiang Chen called Zugu directly. He wanted Zugu to lead the team to build 3,000 acres of square fields to the west in the shortest time. After the call was connected, Zugu quickly brought people over. Boss, how do we make this square field? After Zugu finished speaking, Jiang Chen looked at the yellow sand extending into the desert in the distance. The pea fields go all the way west, along the skyline. We'll build grasslands over there, and a medicinal material base over here. Oh, by the way, now we have money. We'll hire more people for the grasslands, and we must speed up the planting of grass seedlings. Jiang Chen's grass grows very fast. After a few months of research, Jiang Chen found that the grass grows denser and denser. They can expand the grasslands by transplanting. Okay, then I'll bring another group of people from the village. Manager Luke just came to see me. He said that his farm needs a lot of grass. Our grasslands, in addition to supplying the grip fields on the farm, they're really struggling to supply his farm. Okay, you can just take care of this problem. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Zugu took people to get the grip fields. After Zugu left, Jiang Chen went to the grasslands. It's still midsummer now, and Jiang Chen is most worried about whether this batch of grasslands will produce grass seeds when autumn comes. If he wants to green the grasslands on a large scale, it will definitely not work just by relying on his transplanting method. There were many people in the grassland. Jiang Chen was wearing a cap and a mask, so no one recognized him. After walking around the grassland, Jiang Chen suddenly saw a familiar figure. He was stunned when he saw this figure. Liang Jianwei. Why are you here? Jiang Chen said with some surprise. He was really afraid that Liang Jianwei would come to his grassland to cause trouble. Hearing someone calling him, Liang Jianwei was also stunned. When he saw Jiang Chen, he smiled bitterly again. Let me see why I lost you. After Liang Jianwei finished speaking, the sun set and the breeze blew. The coolness of the grassland in Delane village made tourists feel like they were by the sea. Oh. Do you know why you lost? I didn't know before, but now I understand. This is God's will. You are the one chosen by God, and I have met my defeat. You. Liang Jianwei thought for a long time in the grassland. He saw the earth-shaking changes that Delane village had ushered in, and he knew that Jiang Chen was very likely the one destined by God to lead this era forward. Every era will have a hero, and Jiang Chen is destined to be the hero of this era. Therefore, no matter how much money he spent, no matter how hard he tried, he could not defeat the chosen one. Maybe. Apart from anything else, Jiang Chen also knew that he was the savior of CC. Only he, Jiang Chen, could withstand the desert. And those who tried to fight him would eventually be drowned by the sea of people. I came to Delane village today, and I have no complaints in my heart. I will leave here tomorrow. They have already fired me. When they can use me, I have 10,000 good points in their eyes. When they can't use me, I become the biggest mediocrity in the world. Haha, they call me a waste. Even if anyone else comes to fight you, they will not win. Liang Jianwei finished speaking, and Jiang Chen nodded. Yes, you are right. They only see the appearance. They think money can solve everything. But they forgot one thing: I have mastered the core technology. As long as I have the tomatoes, peas and beef from Delane village, I will always be invincible. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and Liang Jianwei lit a cigarette and smoked. That's right, they always think that capital can conquer everything. I told them a long time ago to buy tomatoes from Delane village. Haha, they told me, even if the tomatoes are delicious, what's the point? What they want is the market and peace. So my boss is determined to join forces with others to drive your tomatoes out. Because my boss said that as long as we drive you out, we don't have to buy such expensive tomatoes. We won't lose customers. This is really naive. After Liang Jianwei finished speaking, Jiang Chen realized that there were so many stories about his tomatoes in Huaqiang International. Not buying my tomatoes is your biggest mistake. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, he was thinking, if it weren't for the original, would he have fought hard? So this seems to have indirectly achieved his own success. At least he no longer has to be strangled by others. I know, but what can I do? Those investors don't need this. Because they only want to make money. Who cares if your food is really delicious? They are not gourmets. Haha, I said that the ingredients are very important, and they want to fight you. I searched all over the world for top ingredients for them. Really, I have been very attentive to this matter. As long as I have the ingredients from Delane village, I can't lose. Liang Jianwei, who was in his 30s, was full of disappointment after he finished speaking. Jiang Chen thought of the first person who came to Delane village in the Win and said. This person's business vision was so sharp. Even the final decisive battle that he controlled crushed him in all aspects. It's just a pity that he forgot one thing. To run a good restaurant, deliciousness is the most important thing. Maybe Liang Jianwei has realized this problem, but the boss behind him is not on the same page with him. Where do you want to go after leaving Z province? After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Liang Jianwei shook his head. I haven't made up my mind yet. Anyway, my reputation in the hotel business is so bad. I definitely can't continue in the catering industry. Haha, I've worked so hard for more than 10 years, and now I'm back to the days before liberation. Liang Jianwei sighed and finished a cigarette. Liang Jianwei threw the cigarette holder into the trash can. He looked at the sunset and it was time to leave. I'm leaving, and you will succeed. Look at the people behind you. They support you so much. You have everything. Your achievements in the future are limitless. How can those mediocre people compare to you? Chapter 88 The desert never belongs to one person. Liang Jianwei turned around and left in style. You can't blame others for your failure. You're too ambitious and incompetent. In fact, as long as you do one thing well and do it to the extreme, you can succeed. Jiang Chen said. Liang Jianwei turned around and smiled. It's not that I am ambitious and incompetent, it's that I am in that position. I was put on the fire and I had no choice. If they had listened to me, or if I had the food from Delane village, I would definitely have made a career. It's just, Liang Jianwei just sighed after he finished speaking. Now there is no room for him in Sexy province. Then prove yourself. Leave here and you will be a loser wherever you go. Jiang Chen said. To be honest, he sometimes admired this person. Apart from anything else, his keen vision is indeed incomparable to ordinary people. Otherwise, he would not have discovered his tomatoes and purchased them immediately. How to prove it? My reputation is ruined all over the internet. Who dares to hire me now? Liang Jianwei finished speaking. Jiang Chen thought for a moment and said, what if I give you a chance? Jiang Chen finished speaking. Liang Jianwei laughed. Aren't you afraid that I will ruin your reputation? Stand up from where you fell. Join Delane village. Delane village is not a hotel association. This place can accommodate all your ideas. Jiang Chen finished speaking, looking at the swaying grass waves in the distance. Liang Jianwei was actually a little moved. I can't make any achievements in Delane village, and I can't go to your Michelin restaurant. I have reached this level, and it is impossible for me to be a branch manager in your store. If you want to hire me, I have a request. I don't want to listen to anyone's instructions this time. I just want to run a store without anyone's instructions. No one needs to force me to go public. I just want to accomplish one thing, not to make money and leave. That kind of success is not the success I want. If Jiang Chen hadn't grown the fairy-like Place, chic and restaurant would definitely succeed this time under the leadership of Liang Jianwei. So Liang Jianwei has always lost to things that are beyond human control. I'll give you this opportunity, but what can you do? Jiang Chen doesn't have the money to invest now. Don't do anything, just make a bowl of Delane Village mutton soup. Liang Jianwei recalled the mutton soup in Michelin restaurant. He is still amazed by the taste. That's right, after being expelled from the Hotel Alliance, Liang Jianwei went to Michelin restaurant once. After tasting the dishes in Michelin restaurant, he was completely conquered. Delane Village mutton soup. Yes, Delane Village mutton soup. Mutton, the representative of our Northwest. Its value has not been tapped yet. I think it can be compared to your Delane beef. So if you want to ask me what I want to do most in my life, I can tell you without hesitation that I just want to make a bowl of authentic and delicious mutton soup in the world. Liang Jianwei finished speaking, and Jiang Chen nodded. This person and details are really amazing. In fact, the only meat that grows up eating grassland grass in Delane Village is beef and mutton. Obviously, Williams' restaurant is a steak restaurant, and they noticed beef. But so far no one has valued the value of mutton. I don't have much money, so I can only invest a small amount in you. But I ask for a lot of returns. I need to see profits within a few months. Can you do this? Jiang Chen finished speaking, and Liang Jianwei nodded. I have a request. I want to sign Sister Yu as the spokesperson for our mutton soup. After Liang Jianwei finished speaking, a glimmer of hope suddenly appeared on his face. How much he wanted to stay in Sisi province. He must let those people in the hotel association know that it was not that he had no ability. I promise you that I can let Sister Yu be the spokesperson for your mutton soup. But I also have a request. I can give you the money for 2 stores, but you must purchase mutton from my Delane Village. In the future, you must purchase sheep from at least one of our bases. You must also let the mutton from Delane Village reflect its value. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Liang Jianwei suddenly smiled. How can I reflect the value of Delane Village mutton? I just benefited from the Delane Village mutton. As an authentic Sesi people, Liang Jianwei knew that Delane Village mutton would definitely be the pride of Sesi and even the entire Northwest from the first mouthful of soup he tasted. Well, then I will use all the income from this month's live broadcast to support you. I don't ask you to achieve much. I just hope that one day my flocks of goats will never have to worry about sales. Jiang Chen, like Liang Jianwei, has a persistence. Jiang Chen's persistence is that he believes that his mutton can be sold for more than 2,000 yuan per catty. Thank you. After Liang Jianwei finished speaking, Jiang Chen went up and patted him on the shoulder. The desert will never belong to one person. If one day we conquer the desert, then there must be a part of the credit that belongs to you. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, for some reason, Liang Jianwei was suddenly moved. He has been in Dichen for so many years, and he has devoted all his efforts to those hotels. But now, as the Hotel Association ever experienced his hard work, I also want to see that one day when you conquer the desert, I will have a share of the credit. The night faded, and Jiang Chen slaughtered a whole sheep to entertain Liang Jianwei. In order to show his respect for him, Jiang Chen even invited all the important people in Delane Village. The night faded, and the morning came. When the first ray of sunlight fell on Delane Village, Liang Jianwei left Delane Village with everyone's farewell. He will return to Dichen, where he will open his own kingdom of food. After Liang Jianwei left, Delane Village was still as lively as before. When Zhu Gu led people to the herbal medicine base, Chu Shixin suddenly came to Jiang Chen's office. Zhou Chen, come out for a moment, I have something to talk to you about. Chu Shixin said with a worried look on his face, and Jiang Chen stretched and walked out. Why do you have to go there in person? Can't you just tell me over the phone? Jiang Chen was a little tired after spending the whole night talking about dreams with Liang Jianwei yesterday. He was going to the ranch today, and he was going to help Ludwin to thoroughly sort out the ranch. The land in the village has encountered some difficulties. Come with me to the village office. Chu Shixin said, and then he rode his bike to take Jiang Chen to the Delane village office. At the Delane village office, dozens of village representatives had come to the village office. The village representatives included people from Delane village that he knew, and some that he didn't know. What's the matter? Jiang Chen got off the motorcycle and said. Who's Yang saw Jiang Chen come in, and he hurriedly called all the people over. If we have any opinions, we can talk to Boss Jiang directly. Folks, don't worry, our village committee will always stand by you. Who's Yang said, looking at a group of strangers. Jiang Chen instantly felt something was wrong. What's going on? Jiang Chen looked at the group of people and said, and a villager stood up. You can't run a breeding farm in Delane village. The villager said, and Jiang Chen looked ridiculous. If I don't run a breeding farm in Delane village, how can I make money? We don't care whether you make money or not. If you run a breeding farm in Delane village, you will smother the people in the villages next to us. That's right, you plan a breeding farm next to our village. What does that mean? This matter must be resolved today, otherwise you in Delane village don't want to do anything. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelas. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 89, Contracting for Villages. After several villagers finished speaking indignantly, Chu Shixin looked at Jiang Chen and said, "Alas, we can't do anything about this. You said you want to expand the farm, and we will definitely support it. You only charge 2,600 yuan for a pound of beef. We can easily raise a few hundred cows, and we have more money than a city. But you also know that if we build this farm eastward along the mountain, it will definitely reach other villages. I have also reflected on this matter. Now our Diluit town is going to move these villagers to the town. But, you also know, our Longchen County is financially tight. Diluit town has just built a batch of houses and is going to leave them for your Delane village. Now your Delane village will not move, and the houses left for you cannot be sold. The construction costs of other villages cannot be raised. So they can't move. If they don't move, naturally they can't let you build such a large farm." Chu Shixin finished speaking, and he was also helpless. Building a farm is a very strong smell. Although Jiang Chen built a smart high-tech farm, he also has his own sewage and various pollution treatment equipment, but the villagers just don't agree. What do they think? I tell you, there is no way I won't build my farm. If Jiang Chen's most profitable business now is live streaming, then the Delane Village cattle farm will definitely support the progress and development of all companies in Delane Village in the future. We have also discussed with them, and they have two requirements. First, if you want to develop in Delane Village, you must find a way to get them to Diluit town. Second, you see that our Delane Village is rich, but other villages are very poor, right? They also want to benefit from our Delane Village. So you should consider contracting all the land in the neighboring villages. Let's develop and build together." Chu Shixin's eyes were a little evasive after he finished speaking. He knew that it was simply a foolish dream to contract all the land in the neighboring villages. "Big Bear, how can you say that? Do you know how many acres of land there are in the nearby villages? At least 20,000 acres. These lands are on the edge of the desert, and it doesn't rain many times a year. Let's not talk about how much we can harvest in a year. How much does it cost to water them this year?" Jiang Chen said in a low voice, and Hus Yang said helplessly, "Isn't this a special case? We know that farming here will definitely cost money. But let's not talk about anything else. The fields of the common people are better than your desert. What's more, we have discussed this matter, and we won't let you pay too much. We reported it to the higher-ups, and we also had preliminary discussions with the common people. You said that you can give 900 yuan per acre to the people of Delane village. They want 600 yuan, which is not too much." After Hus Yang finished speaking, Jiang Chen almost wanted to laugh. 600 yuan per mu of land, give it to me. Let's not talk about our desert, Hus Yang. I know you are from the Central Plains. You tell me yourself, your Central Plains has such good land. It is flat and rainy every year. How much is one mu of land? Jiang Chen has some money now, but his ability is limited to helping Delane village to become rich slowly. If you ask him to swell up his face and make the 4 or 5 villages nearby prosperous for him, he won't do it. The Central Plains is the Central Plains, and our desert is our desert. The key is that if you don't agree to contract their land, they won't agree to build your ranch on the farmland. We have also discussed this matter. Our county said 600 yuan per mu, and we will give you a subsidy of 200. You only pay 400 yuan per mu a year. Don't hesitate, this matter was also facilitated by us with great difficulty. Besides, our Delane village needs to develop. How can you develop it relying on one village alone? In addition, the provincial documents have come down. Experts will arrive in Delane village tomorrow. They will conduct a preliminary assessment of your farmland, grassland and trees in the desert. Once the assessment is passed, we will compensate you every year. We have simply calculated that the money the province compensates you is definitely enough to contract these lands. After Hus Yang finished speaking, Chu Shixin also took out a map. "Old classmate, do you think I will harm you? This is a map of the area around Delane village. We held a meeting in the county town, and the county is going to build a desert governance demonstration zone with Delane village as the center. In this demonstration zone, we will not only farm, but also build houses and do business. How many enterprises do you think you can support with just a desert village? So today I will tell you clearly. The land around here will be taken away sooner or later. Delane Village needs to develop, you need to develop, and the development zone needs to develop. We must work together and make progress together. After Chu Shixin finished speaking, Jiang Chen knew that he had to take the land today, whether he wanted to or not. I can take these lands, but I also have a request. If I take these lands, you must grant me commercial land. Not only do you have to grant me commercial land, you must also repair all the roads in these villages for me. Jiang Chen is not a person without vision. Now he has planned several industrial parks. It is obvious that things like sheep breeding bases and chicken breeding cannot be placed in the desert. However, the land in Delane Village is limited after all, so we will have to take over the surrounding villages sooner or later. We will find ways to deal with other things. Finances are tight now, and it's not that we won't help you with many things. You said that last time you did a live broadcast, you sold tomatoes online, but they went bad before they got home. Our county magistrate Lee heard about it. County Magistrate Lee said that even if he had to break Longchen County's legs, he would still build this road for you. Once the road is open, all your things can be shipped to all parts of the country through the internet. But this section of the road will cost at least more than 10 billion yuan. Do you think that Longchen County can afford it with its finances? But has anyone in Long County given up? I tell you, I'm not hiding anything. Now our county magistrate Boliang is still in the provincial capital. He just wanted to get this road open, and he slept on the floor in front of the leader's door for several nights. The leader had no money, and the leader didn't dare deceive him. There was a heavy rain the day before yesterday, and County Magistrate Lee had a high fever of 39 degrees. But he still refused to come back. What do you think we are all doing this for? We could all have a good job, and we would get money whether we worked hard or not. Aren't we all trying to make Longchen County fight for it? After Hu Jiang finished speaking, he turned around and started to cry. Really, Longchen County is not easy. This county is about to be submerged by the desert. Although there's a promise of construction by the leaders, everyone knows that no one will spend a lot of money to build a place that is about to be submerged by the desert. Jiang Chen, County Magistrate Lee is an outsider who was willing to sacrifice for us. What does it matter if we locals suffer a little? This is our home. No matter how much we build it, it is not too much. Besides, aren't we all for the people to live a good life? Now they need us, can we still remain silent? After Chu Shixin finished speaking, Jiang Chen fell silent. He used to be full of passion to build this place well. But now he has begun to become a little humble in front of money. Chapter 90 Luguan's Troubles. Okay, stop talking, folks, you all go back. I'll pay 900 yuan per move for your land, I'll take care of it all. I won't let the county pay a penny for me, I'll take up my responsibilities. Also, I know many folks are thinking about the demolished houses in the town. Today I am the boss, we don't want the houses that originally belonged to our Delane village. Now you organize villagers from other villages to move in. After the Chinese New Year, no matter how much money I have, I will give priority to every villager to build a house in Delane village. Jiang Chen finished speaking, Hu Jiang wiped his tears. Don't worry, you said this today. I also guarantee you one thing. As long as you need people, I will knock on the door to door. I will definitely let every household send people to help you. Fighting the desert has never been the responsibility of one person. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Hu Jiang and Chu Shixin stood in awe. They also knew that Jiang Chen had no money now. In order to fight against the Dichen Hotel Association, Jiang Chen almost spent all his savings. Jiang Chen, don't worry. We will give the money for the contracted land to the people after you have harvested it. Chu Shixin said. When the people heard that Jiang Chen was willing to contract their land for 900 yuan per mu, they lost their hostility instantly. We agree. We will collect the money after you sell all the wheat during the new year. After the people's representative finished speaking, Jiang Chen had no choice but to agree. Coming out of the village committee, Jiang Chen did some calculations. Now he has to contract the land of 4 villages. These lands plus the 3,000 mu that Delane village already has, a total of at least 27,000 mu. Don't ask why someone in the northwest has so much land. The northwest desert is short of everything, except land. If most of Delane village had not been submerged by the desert, Delane village would have at least tens of thousands of mu of land now. 900 yuan per mu, the annual rent starts at least 24 million. Now we must find a way to make this money. Now we don't have to pay the 24 million, but now the autumn planting season is here. He must plant wheat on these lands, and these investments are indispensable. Call Uncle Tang, and let him take over these lands from now on. Half an hour later, Tang Yongjun, Lupin and others came to Jiang Chen's office. At this moment, Jiang Chen's office is still very simple, still the small house. Jiang Chen, what's the matter? Tang Yongjun's work clothes are covered with mud. Now he is busy planting peas. Now that peas have become famous, countless people go to Michen restaurant to eat peas every day. So planting peas has become an urgent matter. Uncle Tang, let's give the pea fields to others first. Today I have contracted some land in several villages near us. Now it's time to plant wheat. Let's think of a way to plant wheat first. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, when he heard that Jiang Chen had contracted all the surrounding land, Tang Yongjun felt that Jiang Chen was crazy. Jiang Chen, we haven't planted the 3,000 acres of land in Lane village yet. Why are you contracting so much land? Do you see so many people here farming? I'm your elder after all, if you have anything to discuss with me. Tang Yongjun said angrily. Jiang Chen sighed. When did I not regard you as an elder? Zhao the 11th will marry me sooner or later, otherwise I wouldn't ask you to help. This is the village's decision, not my decision alone. The matter has been decided, and there is no point in discussing it anymore. Uncle Tang, Qianlin village, Howlin village, Dozadu village, Zhoushanu village. You can go there to call for help as long as you need people. We have to find a way to plant wheat as soon as possible. The contract fee for this year is more than 20 million. If we can't plant wheat this year, we won't even get our money back. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Tang Yongjun saw that the matter was done, so he could only bite the bullet and agree. I can help you farm, but we will definitely lose money now. Now everything is mechanized, which is cheaper than manual labor. If you have money, buy machinery, such as seed drills and harvesters. We can save a lot of labor costs by mechanization. After Tang Yongjun finished speaking, Jiang Chen also had the same idea. Now it is the era of science and technology, and it is time to liberate manpower. Okay, let's go directly to the agricultural machinery company to buy a seed drill. It happens that the road in the desert has been repaired, and those pea fields can be directly mechanized. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Lu Bing asked on the side. Then what am I here for? Let's talk about the farm. We have bought all the land next to us, and our farm has to expand its scale. I decided to convert all our Shan farms into cattle farms. We will go east along the Shan and build new chicken farms, pig farms and sheep farms. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, he took out a map of the Dilane village area. After Jiang Chen pointed to the location on the map and told Lu Guing's eyes lit up, and he happened to have the same idea. I agree. Our farm needs to expand. There are 20 Michen restaurants now, plus a hotel. They consume a lot of meat every day. And William Western Restaurant, they directly signed a purchase plan of 1,000 tons of beef with us. They initially planned to use our beef for the entire Longo. Do you think our cattle farm of 1 or 2,000 acres can supply it? After Ludwig finished speaking, he had already calculated in his mind. The entire mountain nest has more than 10,000 acres of land, which is the most suitable for free-range cattle. In addition, if Delane Mountain goes further east and swallows Dazadu village and Zhoushanu village, this entire huge mountain nest can definitely become the most natural breeding base. Okay, I've told you everything, so you should start planning as soon as possible. By the way, you can get the money for the expansion directly from the order advance payment. If the money is not enough, you can overdraw some money from Michen restaurant in advance. Speaking of money, this is really the biggest difficulty for the farm. Now they have a large number of orders, but to expand breeding, they must build new farms and purchase new cowboys and lambs. According to Ludwig's initial estimate, in order to build a truly huge breeding farm that can supply the current market demand, the Delane Village Ranch must need more than 1 billion to expand. This is his biggest headache. That deposit is not enough, but we let Michen Restaurant act as a guarantor and borrowed 500 million from Dichen Bank. When the money is spent, the first batch of cattle will be out. Then we can fill the gap and continue to acquire land. After Ludwig finished speaking, Jiang Chen nodded and agreed. In order to quickly seize the market, he must take out a loan. Okay, you worry more about this matter, and you will definitely get a bonus after the end of the year. Is this about money? You said that I work here day and night just to get your 2 bonuses. You look down on your old classmates too much. Damn, if Delane village is swallowed by the desert, isn't it a matter of time for our Jolly village? After Ludwig finished speaking, he lit a cigarette and smoked silently in the village. Originally, he just agreed to help Jiang Chen with the parking lot. The parking lot is so easy to manage. Just build a big canteen, a supermarket, and hire 2 old men to stand guard. He can easily make hundreds of thousands of yuan a day, and he can even sleep for half a day when he is bored. How cool is it to earn money while lying down? By the end of the year, the parking lot plus tourism, restaurants, and supermarkets will have an income of tens of millions. He will get hundreds of thousands of yuan from the share. Now, he works hard for Jiang Chen to run the ranch. It sounds good to say that he has been promoted, but Luguin himself is suffering. By the end of the year, the ranch owes at least 700 million yuan in foreign debt. With so much money owed by the ranch, he can't get a bonus. Chapter 91 Delane Village Lamb. It's all for our common home. Old Lou, don't worry, once our 3 major industrial bases are built, we will pay off the debt. In the future, we will be able to earn at least tens of billions every year, and then I will directly guarantee that you will have no worries about food and drink for the rest of your life. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Luguin smiled and said, I don't know how many years it will be. However, I have to make a request today. I work for you day and night, and I earn 5,000 yuan a month. Let's not talk about the hard work, I also have to make some contributions to our Jolly Village. After our breeding farm is built, I will select people from our Jolly Village. Jolly Village is just over 10 miles away from Delane Village. It is also a village that is extremely poor. The last time I heard Luguin say that many people in their village only eat 2 meals or 1 meal a day. If a family has a child going to school, many elderly people may not be able to eat meat once a year. Last month, a death case occurred in their Jolly Village. A young man in their village had a seriously ill mother. The young man couldn't go out to work, so he stayed at home to take care of his mother. There was no income at home, and his mother had to take medicine every day. The young man exchanged the food he could grow on the field for money to buy medicine for his mother. As a result, after a year, the young man's stomach became very swollen and he died. The forensic doctor cut open his stomach and found that his stomach was full of soil. This young man lived on soil and grass from the yellow sand every day. After hearing this news, Luguin felt sad for a long time. He really wanted people from their village to come. Even if they could work and earn 20 or 30 yuan a day, it would be fine. Even if they didn't make money, they could have a good meal, which was better than starving at home. It was just a pity that Delane Village couldn't arrange all the people for parking lots, restaurants, and supermarkets, so it was impossible for other villages to come. Okay, then we'll use people from your Jolly Village for the breeding farm. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Luguin showed a satisfied smile in his eyes. Okay, that's it. I'll go to see the land now, and we'll try to build this breeding farm within 2 months. After Luguin went to work, it was night, and Jiang Chen came to the Sun Temple again. 2 months later, there will be a lot more greenery around the Sun Temple. At this moment, even his grandfather is planting watermelons outside with great interest. Grandpa, I need your help. Jiang Chen said, and the grandfather who was throwing watermelon seeds turned around. My dear grandson, what do you need this time? Grandpa was in a good mood. After this batch of desert watermelons are grown, he will send the watermelons to Fengdu City. Fengdu Emperor of Fengdu City likes watermelons the most, and he will definitely be rewarded at that time. Grandpa, I need some Chinese herbal medicine. This is the list. I want to build a Chinese herbal medicine base. Jiang Chen handed over the list and left quickly. Now he dared not stay in the Sun Temple for too long, because it would shorten his life. Jiang Chen didn't want to die before the desert was completely controlled. Jiang Chen woke up and heard the sound of water in the orchard. Jiang Chen hurried over and picked up the net to scoop up the seeds. He promised Kijaway to build a desert herbal medicine base. This desert herbal medicine base must be built in the desert. This is his promise. But the herbs had to be planted in the desert, which meant that Jiang Chen had to use seeds from the netherworld to grow them. From the nightfall until the sun rose in the east, Jiang Chen's arms were swollen and sore from fishing. After dawn, Jiang Chen classified the seeds. Afternoon, after the seeds were classified, Jiang Chen urgently contacted an expert in a research institute who was responsible for studying herbs. He couldn't tell the names of these seeds, so someone had to mark the names first so that he could plant them. In the afternoon, people from the research institute came and marked all of Jiang Chen's Chinese medicines for him. In the evening, Jiang Chen led more than 100 people carrying various herbal seeds into the Chinese herbal medicine desert base. At this moment, square fields have been separated on the edge of the desert grassland. The square fields have also been watered, and Jiang Chen led people to start planting under the guidance of experts in Chinese herbal medicine planting. Hello everyone. It's been a long time since I started live streaming. Today we will start a live streaming to share with you the new plants in our desert. As soon as the herbs were planted here, Jiang Chen's live broadcast room became lively. Host, what are you going to share with you this time? I am now looking forward to the plants in Delane Village more and more. Whether it is desert watermelon, desert peas or desert tomatoes, they have become the top in the food world. I am indeed looking forward to it. After returning from Sesi province these days, I have never forgotten the delicious food of Michen restaurant. I just hope that one day Michen restaurant can go beyond Sesi and come to our Asa province. I have always heard you praise the food in Delane Village, but I have never eaten it. If one day Michelin restaurant can open here, I will definitely go to taste it. After a group of fans finished speaking, Jiang Chen briefly answered the questions raised by everyone. At present, our Michelin restaurant has no plans to open branches all over the country. We have many reasons. You know how our Michelin restaurant has opened 20 branches in just a few weeks. We borrowed a lot of money from the bank to open these branches. So in the next year, the main task of our Michelin restaurant is to repay the debt. In addition, we are more interested in opening branches in the urban areas of our province. Second, all the suppliers of our Michelin restaurant are from the desert of our Delane Village. In Delane Village, everything is grown in the desert. Now we are not big enough to support the opening of branches all over the country. And we will not be fooling customers. We could have purchased things from other villages to deceive everyone, but the deliciousness of the food can't deceive anyone. Jiang Chen finished speaking quickly, and the live broadcast room was full of likes. I like the host's attitude of not being perfunctory. Indeed, you have to be attentive when making food. You said attentive. I found a mutton soup restaurant opposite the Michelin restaurant. Oh my god, this is definitely the best mutton soup I have ever had. Is it the Delane Village mutton soup? Haha, I knew someone would mention this restaurant. This restaurant is very brave. It opened directly opposite the Michelin restaurant on Yanhua Street. It has mutton soup, hand-pulled mutton soup steamed buns, and all the delicacies of our Northwest mutton. I just wanted to ask the anchor, he used the name of Delane Village, is it the brand of Delane Village? After a group of fans asked, Jiang Chen was a little surprised. Sister Year's advertisement for mutton soup has not been filmed yet, and Jiang Chen is still planning to wait until the advertisement is finished before making a special advertisement for Lianjianwei. The Delane Village mutton soup is indeed a restaurant in our Delane Village. This is a restaurant we just opened. This is also a restaurant that only serves mutton. Just in time for everyone to mention it today, I will give you a brief introduction. Everyone knows that the beef in our Delane Village is called the Kobe beef of Longo. Now our beef is the only Longo supplier of the world-renowned William Western restaurant. But few people know about our mutton. The cattle and sheep in our Delane Village are all raised by eating grass in the desert grassland. The beef can be the top beef in Longo, and our mutton is also that top mutton in Longo. So I built such a restaurant specializing in mutton soup. If you think it tastes good, you can go to our mutton soup restaurant to taste it. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and soon, fans left messages. Since it is a restaurant in Delane Village, you must support it. This restaurant has only 2 branches. It is estimated that it is a bit difficult for you to support it. You have to queue up in advance. Because every time it is mealtime, there are really a lot of people. I ate it once last time, and the price is indeed a bit expensive. But the taste is really beautiful. After hearing what you said today, I feel that his price is actually acceptable. Chapter 92 Inside Information. A group of people were discussing Delane Village mutton soup, and Jiang Chen began to intentionally or unintentionally lead everyone to the content of today's live broadcast. For mutton soup restaurants, just look for the Delane Village brand. The live broadcast I will bring to you today is equally exciting. See if any friends can recognize what this is. Jiang Chen took out a very small seedling. Someone in the live broadcast room recognized it quickly. This is a small ginseng seedling. It is ginseng, but this ginseng looks like it is wild. And yes, this is ginseng. What we are going to build today is a pharmaceutical industrial park. Everyone knows that we are a supplier of SYNOPSIS pharmaceuticals. Our almonds are supplied to an anti-cancer drug called SYNOPSIS anti-cancer capsules. I wonder if you have heard of it. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, the live broadcast room was suddenly filled with the Rajas. Oh my god, you are the supplier of this drug. Oh my god. The SYNOPSIS that shocked the entire anti-cancer community was actually supplied by you. This drug is simply good news for cancer patients. The last time my uncle was diagnosed with cancer, his whole family collapsed. They chose chemotherapy, but all the treatments were ineffective. Later, a doctor recommended this drug that is still under testing. My uncle signed up for it, and after taking it, the cancer cells were suppressed. This drug is indeed very magical. Although they cannot kill cancer directly, they can suppress the spread of cancer cells. This drug can make everyone suffer less and live many more years. After a group of fans finished speaking, Jiang Chen showed a relieved smile on his face. At least because of its supply, everyone can reduce a lot of pain. I have also heard about the efficacy of the drug, so now SYNOPSIS Pharmaceuticals is preparing for us to build a new pharmaceutical base. Now we have provided him with more than 70 kinds of Chinese herbal medicines including ginseng and Patex nata ginseng. Everyone, take a look. Our pharmaceutical base covers an area of 3,000 acres. We initially planned to build an area of 110 acres. In the next 5 years, we will plant all 3,000 acres of industrial base with Chinese herbal medicines. At that time, SYNOPSIS Pharmaceuticals will produce a series of medicinal materials provided by our Delane Village pharmaceutical base. Jiang Chen knew that these herbs from the underworld were absolutely effective. Host, your original intention is good, but I advise you to take it easy. I have an insider information, do you know it? Nonsense, you said it was insider information, how could we know it? Tell me what the insider information is. As soon as the insider information was mentioned, everyone started to ask. Then I will reveal it to everyone. In fact, this is not a big news in our pharmaceutical industry. After the launch of the anti-cancer drug SYNOPSIS, it has touched the interests of the pharmaceutical chaebol all over the world. At present, there are only a few anti-cancer drugs in China, and the imported anti-cancer injections cost more than 1 million yuan per injection. People either choose injections or chemotherapy. One is extremely expensive, and the other makes people want to die, and in the end, it can't be cured. After your drug comes out, it costs 3,000 per bucks. Damn, what do those world monopoly pharmaceutical companies think? So as soon as you put it on the market, they immediately shorted the drug. Now you can't buy it even at 180,000 per bucks. Do you know why you can't buy it? Because these drugs have been bought by them and may have been thrown away. If you have cancer, you can only place your hope on them. Also, the United States Shirou Pharmaceutical Group specializes in developing anti-cancer drugs. They have already negotiated with SYNOPSIS Pharmaceuticals and they want to acquire SYNOPSIS Pharmaceuticals. The old man of SYNOPSIS Pharmaceuticals is a cancer patient himself, and he simply won't sell. After the negotiation failed, domestic and foreign pharmaceutical companies are now besieging SYNOPSIS Pharmaceuticals. So I advise you to grow words for them, and you must collect money before giving it to them. I'm afraid that they will have no money to give you after being besieged. I seem to have heard about this. SYNOPSIS Pharmaceuticals was established too recently, and it seems a bit difficult for them to enter the market. The vested interests will not allow them to enjoy this wave of dividends. As far as I know, our hospitals originally wanted to purchase some drugs from SYNOPSIS Pharmaceuticals, but they were directly notified by those monopoly groups. As long as the hospital dares to purchase SYNOPSIS drugs, then they may provide a lot of drugs. I can testify to this. The salesmen of SYNOPSIS Pharmaceuticals have come to our tertiary hospitals to sell them. However, our purchasing department dare not purchase because there are instructions from above. After a group of fans finished speaking, Jiang Chen seemed to sense the troubles of SYNOPSIS Pharmaceuticals. But these were not his concerns, he was just a herbalist. Don't worry about me. Even if SYNOPSIS Pharmaceuticals has no money to pay me, I will just green the desert. Jiang Chen likes to grow crops in the desert to fulfill his grandfather's dream. Now it is not only to fulfill his grandfather's dream, but also to make money. What's more, the expert group from the province will be here soon. Last time they came halfway, because the province did not unify the specific details of the compensation, they went back. This time, it is estimated that they will come to Jiang Chen's desert again with a new plan in 3 weeks at most. With almost a guarantee, Jiang Chen will at least not lose money. Now let's start planting ginseng. Today our live broadcast is a popular science program. I will introduce 72 kinds of medicinal plants to you, and you will also witness their growth in the future. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, he started to plant herbs in the desert live. Time passed little by little, and 3 weeks passed in a blink of an eye. Jiang Chen planted more than 200 mu of medicinal herbs, many of which have sprouted and many have grown leaves. In the past 3 weeks, Delane Village has also undergone earth-shaking changes. First, Jiang Chen completed the contract plan for several nearby villages. The 4 surrounding villages have all moved to the town, and those villages have been razed to the ground and used as fertile fields. After the land was contracted, Tang Yongjun bought sowing machinery and cultivated 25,000 mu of land. After the cultivation, they dug several wells in the village to irrigate the wheat. Secondly, the expansion plan of the breeding farm has been initially completed. Shanwu cattle farmers purchased more than 1,000 cattle, and the sheep farm, chicken farm, and pig farm have also completed the preliminary enclosure movement. Now the construction team has entered each factory, and it is expected that the entire breeding base will be completed by the end of the year. In addition, Jiang Chen's farm has also been upgraded. His southern farmers now replanted tomatoes, peas, and watermelons. The new planting area has reached 2,000 mu. Of course, what made Jiang Chen even happier was that in the 3rd week, experts from Dichen finally came to Delane Village. Early in the morning, before dawn, Jiang Chen led a group of people to clean up. Clean it up, Folks, people from the province are coming this time. We must let them see the new look of our Delane village. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and soon Chu Shixing and his Yang, who had been busy all night, came. Don't worry about this annotation for now. Have you planned the route? I tell you that this time, not only are there people from the Desert Land Assessment Committee, but our province has also sent experts to investigate. Our county magistrate slept at the door of the provincial leaders for half a month. The leaders were moved, and they said they would send people to investigate. If Delane Village can really become a demonstration area for fighting the desert, as County Magistrate Lee said, Delane Village will even become the world's first place to defeat the desert head-on. Then they will invest money to focus on supporting the development of Longchen County. Chapter 93. Survive and Destroy. After Chu Shixing finished speaking, whose Yang also wagged, opportunities and challenges coexist. If this inspection is successful, the road from our county to the city will be built. It is even possible that the province will directly build a road to our Delane village. At that time, all your agricultural products, cattle and sheep can be sold directly to the provincial capital and even all over the country through our exit. Of course, if this inspection fails, the province will completely abandon Longchen County. Our Longchen County will have to fend for itself in the future. Speaking of fending for itself, this is definitely a result that no one in Delane village or even Longchen County wants to see. Don't worry, I have planned the route. They will definitely be surprised when they come. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Chu Shixing was still worried and checked everywhere. It was almost noon when the inspection team finally arrived at Delane village. When Chu Shixing, whose Yang and Jiang Chen rushed to the parking lot, more than 20 people in the inspection team had already got off the car. Shali. The situation in this desert is not optimistic. An old man in a suit, with white hair, glasses, and a little thing said, and Li Bolian next to him was full of apologies. From Delane village in the county, they had to pass through a large desert. There was not even a single green grass next to the desert, and most of the villages next to the desert were empty, and the surroundings were bleak. Director Fang, this is all our fault. We couldn't withstand the desert. After Li Bolian finished speaking, Director Fang looked at the wheat that had just shown its teeth in the distance, and his frown relaxed a little. Oh, there are still people growing wheat here. I thought everyone in Longchen County had run away. After Director Fang finished speaking in a sarcastic tone, a group of people around him lowered their heads. What he said was right. Most of the people in Longchen County had indeed run away. Because the financial capacity was really limited, and Li Bolian was strict in governing the county. Even bonuses could not be paid, and people had to work, so many civil servants took the opportunity to resign and run away. Not to mention the villagers living in the desert. Every place lacks cowards, but every place also lacks heroes. Director Fang, welcome to Delane village. Don't worry, even if the entire Z province is run away, the people of Delane village will not leave even a step. The desert may turn us into bones, but even if we are bones buried in that desert. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Director Fang's eyes lit up. He had heard too many flattering words. Everyone vowed to fight the desert to the death and would rather die than surrender. But when the desert came, almost everyone who vowed ran away. I hope you are right. I have seen many people who talk nicely. If they did as nicely as they said, the desert would not have come to your Delane village. After Director Fang finished speaking, County Magistrate Lee beside him hurriedly laughed along. Director Fang, the people of our Delane village are strong-willed. Look, the 4 villages around Delane village have already been relocated. People with backbone should stay and fight, instead of moving away. Another old man next to Director Fang also came out to criticize. To be honest, they were quite angry all the way here. Li Bolian swore to them how indomitable the people of Longchen County were and how they sacrificed their lives for their families. As a result, when they just left Lincha City and headed all the way to Longchen County, they didn't see any of those cowardly people at all. All they saw were dilapidated villages, people who had fled, and fertile fields covered by the desert. So they felt cheated. They moved away to free up the land for us to develop better. And their houses were moved away, but they didn't leave. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, he called Tang Yongjun directly. Uncle Tang, let everyone put down their work and come to the parking lot. Let's let the leaders see if there are any cowards in our Delane village today. Jiang Chen finished speaking. In less than 10 minutes, thousands of people from the grassland planting farms in Delane village rode battery cars, tricycles, and even tractors, and rushed to the parking lot in a mighty manner. Who said there are cowards in our Delane village? Fuck, even if everyone in the world died, there won't be a coward in our Delane village who would run away. The endless crowd of common people blocked the road. Looking at the energetic and high-spirited people, Director Fang was surprised. You didn't leave. Why didn't you leave? After Director Fang finished speaking, an old man smoking a pipe snorted coldly. My home is here, why should I leave? That's right, our home is here, where can we go? Nowhere is better than our Lane village. The people in our Lane village eat meat every meal, why should we leave here? After a group of people finished speaking, Director Fang finally smiled. This is the place I want to see. If everyone is like Lane village, how can Longchen County not be saved? Come on, let me see what makes you so confident. Surely, if I find out that this is an image project built by your county with money, I will never forgive you. After Director Fang finished speaking, Li Boliang hurriedly assured. Don't worry, leader. The enterprises in Lane village are definitely not something that can be built by our county's finances. These are all created step by step by the people of Lane village. The people of Lane village really work hard, and what they lack is an opportunity. If the leaders can give them this opportunity, they will definitely let us in Longchen County to fight together. We will definitely block the desert, and we will definitely become the benchmark of our Saxi province. After Li Boliang finished speaking, a middle-aged man next to him said, Let's see first, we also brought experts this time. They said that they planted in the desert, they can fool us, but they can't fool the experts. After the middle-aged man finished speaking, Jiang Chen waved his hand and let all the people return to their jobs. The inspection began, and everyone started to act in the scorching desert. What's your plan, Chu? Let's start now. Li Boliang looked at Chu Shixin and said. Chu Shixin hurriedly asked everyone to get on the car. In order to welcome this inspection, Lane village stopped all tourist buses. Those who came to live broadcast also had their live broadcast activities temporarily cancelled. Let's go to Dazhou village farm for a visit first, and then go to the breeding industrial park. After the breeding industrial park, we will go to Lane village, and then to the live broadcast base. Chu Shixin introduced it, and Director Fang interrupted him with his hand. Introduce while walking. That little brother, I see you know a lot about this place. You sit next to me and introduce it to me. Director Fang pointed to Jiang Chen after he finished speaking. Jiang Chen hadn't agreed yet. Chu Shixin and Li Boliang hurriedly lifted him up and pushed him next to Director Fang. Zhao Zhang must speak well and introduce the spirit and style of our Lane village clearly. After Li Boliang finished speaking, the car had already started. Young man, are you from Lane village? The car was driving on the field, and the tens of thousands of acres of wheat fields were spectacular. I am not from Lane village, and I don't know where my ancestral home is. My parents are volunteer teachers, and they gave birth to me in Xi town. Later, I came to Lane village with my grandfather. I grew up here, and I also studied at Beijing University under its cultivation. Chapter 94 Leaders come to inspect. The rumbling sound of water pumps came from the farmland of Dazhou village. There's a well every 20 mu of land in this field. A water pump was placed next to the well, and workers were constantly pumping water to irrigate the land. In the car, Director Fan was a little surprised to hear that Jiang Chen graduated from Shangjing University. You studied at Shangjing University, why don't you choose to work at Shangjing? You see, the conditions here are so difficult. No matter how hard you work, the conditions are not as good as those in Shangjing. After Director Fang asked, Jiang Chen smiled and said, nowhere is better than building your own hometown. Let me introduce it to you. There are a total of 27,000 acres of land here. This year, all the villagers gave it to me, and I planted wheat on it. In fact, there is nothing good to introduce here. If I have to say something, it is that we are going to promote agricultural mechanization. Now our land is still irrigated by traditional methods. Wait until next year, when we have money, we will use the new sprinkler irrigation method to plant wheat. Wheat can be grown in these fields. The only bad thing is that the wheat yield is low. In the Central Plains, 1 acre of land can yield more than 1,000 kilograms. But here, 1 acre of wheat can only yield 700 kilograms at most. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Director Fan did some calculations. Wheat is now 134 yuan per pound. If you calculate it this way, it seems that you can't make much money by growing wheat. I didn't expect to make money by growing wheat. Let's go. I'll show you my money-making projects. Jiang Chen said and cancelled the original plan to walk around the 10,000 mu wheat field. The vehicle went straight to the breeding ranch at the foot of Lane Mountain. After seeing the breeding ranch, Director Fan said as soon as he got off the car, what a big breeding farm. On a very white dirt road, all you can see are breeding farms. This is our breeding base. There are 4 breeding farms here. From this side, there are chicken farms, sheep farms, pig farms, and cattle farms. Among these breeding farms, the cattle farm and sheep farm are the largest. The largest covers an area of 10,000 mu, including half of the mountain. The smallest chicken farm is 3,000 mu. All our breeding farms use modern breeding tools. You can come in and take a look. After Jiang Chen's introduction, Director Fan was already very surprised. In Shaanxi province, breeding bases of the scale of Jiang Chen are rare. You're doing pretty well. How are the sales of these things? After Director Fan finished speaking, they had already walked into a chicken farm. At this moment, the chicken farm is still under construction, and the entire chicken farm is divided into several areas. There are many different varieties of chickens. There are old hens for making chicken soup, and reed chickens for cooking. There are also some small chicks for deep frying. The market is fine. In the past, we were strangled by others. Now we have our own restaurant, and we supply our own restaurant. Look, this is our automatic water supply system. All the water channels in this place are automatically sensed. As long as a chicken comes over, the water will automatically flow out. This will save us a lot of water every year. And this is the pen area. If it rains or when the chickens need to rest at night, they will come here. In addition, we will build a grassland in that area. Our grassland can regulate the temperature and make it difficult for chickens to get sick. Jiang Chen briefly introduced the chicken farm. Because the chicken farm has not been built yet, there is not much to see. This is good. With our own restaurant and supply channels, we will never be afraid of not being able to sell. After Director Fan finished speaking, a group of people got in the car and headed straight to Jiang Chen's cattle farm. At this moment, the cattle farm has been completed. There are 1,000 new cows in the farm. As soon as the door was opened, I looked up and saw cows leisurely walking on a green grassland. They are all free-range cows. Not bad, not bad. The hygiene here is good. After an old man finished speaking, everyone sniffed hard. There was indeed very little smell of the farm in the air. The environment in our Lane village is fragile. There is no room for even a little pollution here. So we have our own septic tank and our own sewage treatment tank. In addition, our cows eat green grass on the grassland. Green grass is the function of filtering the lungs, so these cows don't smell so bad. After Jiang Chen's introduction, Chu Shixin also specially invited them to Jiang Chen's environmental management factory. This cattle farm has invested nearly 100 million yuan. It is definitely the top intelligent cattle farm in Arlongo. After Chu Shixin finished speaking, Director Fan asked, "You spent so much money on environmental protection, so do you still make money from these cattle?" Director Fan was most afraid of face projects and image projects. Yes, we can make money. We slaughter all the cattle ourselves. Those suitable for steak, we will sell them to William Western Restaurant at a price of 2,600 yuan per catty. Those not suitable for steak, we will sell them to Mi Chen Restaurant at a price of 300 yuan per catty. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, he asked someone to bring the purchase agreements of Mi Chen Restaurant and William Western Restaurant. After reading these agreements, Director Fan finally became happy. Good, very good. I really didn't expect that our Lane village would have the face of our Shaanxi province. We should vigorously support enterprises like this. Surely, this kind of enterprise must be well supported. We must strive to make it bigger and stronger, let it go out of Shaanxi province and go to the whole country. Were there any difficulties in running a business now? After Director Fan finished speaking, Jiang Chen thought about it and found that there were indeed difficulties. We have the guarantee of Mi Chen Restaurant for the money to build the factory, so I can borrow it in the provincial capital. But we really can't build this road. Speaking of roads, the whole Lane circle lacks roads the most. If the mountain road is built from Lane village, the entire breeding base can be connected. However, this road will cost at least tens of billions. In addition, Jiang Chen has already contracted all the surrounding land. Once this road is built, the wheat fields in the distance must be built. It will take more than 3 billion to build this road. Can the county finances build it? Director Fan looked at Li Bolian, and Li Bolian shook his head. There are no enterprises in our county now. There is no income. Now we can't even give everyone bonuses. We don't have the money to build this road. After Li Bolian finished speaking, Director Fan didn't ask any more questions. Let's discuss the road later. Take me to other places in the village to have a look. A road starts at tens of billions, and Director Fan will not make a decision on impulse. Yes, let's go and have a look at other places. After another leader next to him finished speaking, Jiang Chen turned around and led everyone to the live broadcast base. Let's go and have a look at our live broadcast building. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, several people drove to the live broadcast building in the south of the village. At this moment, the foundation of the live broadcast building has been dug and construction has begun. Our live broadcast industrial park covers an area of more than 2,000 acres. Now the first phase of construction is 200 acres. Currently, a live broadcast building is under construction, which has 60 floors. This is the headquarters of our Jiang Media Company and will also be a landmark building in our Chen County. Walking in front of the modern building under construction, whose Jiang hurriedly introduced it. Now the people in the village committee have also divided the work, and Wu Xiang is responsible for the live broadcast industrial park and the desert farmland industrial park. Isn't it a bit too avant-garde for our Lane village to engage in live broadcasting? Chapter 95 I love to join in the fun after Director Fang asked. Mi Pen hurriedly introduced. Hello, Director. Our Lane village is currently at the forefront of the country in the live broadcast industry. Now we have a total of 27 signed anchors at Jiang Media. Among them, there are 5 people with over 1 million fans, and we have 5 nationally renowned anchors. Now we estimate the annual income to be at least 2 billion. Next year we will assign a team to bring goods. Once Zhao Tan returns to the team, we will create 4 live broadcast teams headed by Tang Yanqi and Du Wuxia. By then, we estimate that the annual income will be at least 10 billion. After Mi Pen's introduction, Li Boliang said hurriedly, our Jiang Media anchors have broken the record of 30 million online viewers. The single-day live broadcast reward income has reached a record of 60 million. After Li Boliang's introduction, Director Fang smiled more and more. This live broadcast is also our image project. It can be used to promote our Z province. If we can sell goods through live broadcast in the future, the industry in our province will reach a new level. Director Fang said and looked at the secretary next to him. Write this down. When I go back to the province, I will report to the leaders. If there's anything that needs to be promoted in our province, we will cooperate with Jiang Media. After Director Fang finished speaking, the highlight of the day came. Can we go to the desert now? Jiang Chen finished speaking, and Professor Sunday was just about to go to the desert. Director Fang, let's go to the desert now, we have to see the green grass they talked about. After Professor Sunday finished speaking, several people got in the car together. The car passed through Lane village and drove easily to the apricot orchard in the west. When they were in the car, they suddenly saw an apricot tree in the yellow sand, and many people were surprised. This tree has grown so tall. After Professor Sunday finished speaking, the car stopped next to the apricot tree. A group of people walked into the apricot orchard, where the yellow sand still reached people's ankles. This is our desert apricot orchard, we have a total of 512 trees here. Don't underestimate our apricot trees. They are the supplier of Cecil anti-cancer drugs, the best anti-cancer drug in the world. Jiang Chen said on the side, and a group of experts were surprised to hear that Jiang Chen's almonds were actually the supplier of Cecil anti-cancer drugs. Oh my god. Your small Lane village is really amazing. These trees are fine, they grow in the desert. After Professor Sunday said this, Director Fang smiled like a flower. He knew what it meant to have trees growing in the desert. Good, very good. After Director Fang said this, Professor Sunday asked again. They said that you have grown grass and crops in the desert again. Is this true? After Professor Sunday said this, Jiang Chen took them directly to the desert grassland. It was already evening. When the tourist sightseeing bus stopped at the desert grassland, the sun was setting, and the golden sunlight was shining on the green grass. Wow, it's so beautiful. I don't feel like I'm in the desert, but rather in the prairie. After several leaders who followed them said this, Professor Sunday and others had already run to study the grass on the ground with a look of surprise. You don't need to study it, these are all grown in the desert. Just as a group of people were looking at the grass seedlings on the ground, Professor Zhu from the Desert Research Institute came over. As soon as Professor Zhu came, Professor Sunday recognized him at a glance. Professor Zhu, why are you here? This Professor Sunday is the Vice President of Sisi Agricultural and Forestry University and a doctoral supervisor of Desert Environmental Science. Like Professor Zhu, he studies the same direction. Professor Sun, your news is still a little slow. Our Desert Prevention and Control Research Institute has opened a base here. You, a local, haven't received the news yet. After Professor Zhu finished speaking, Professor Sunday was even more shocked. You have come a long time ago. Why didn't anyone inform us about this? For an academic researcher, coming to the desert in advance will definitely get first-hand information. Whoever gets the first-hand information will become the top person in this industry. And obviously, Professor Sunday from Sisi Agricultural and Forestry University was one step late. We are here because of the recommendation of our students. You should thank us. The road under your feet was built with the funds applied for by our institute. Professor Zhu said good night, and Professor Sunday stood up from the grass. He knew that there was nothing to confirm. Director Fang, just measure the area directly. They definitely dare not do anything here in the Desert Prevention Institute. After Professor Sunday finished speaking, Director Wang asked the special surveying personnel to start measuring the area of the grassland. We not only have grasslands, but also tomato gardens, peat fields and a medicinal material base. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Director Fang said to the secretary next to him, "You take people to calculate all the desert fields for him." After Director Fang finished speaking, the secretary asked the professional surveying team to raise the drone. Now there are drones taking pictures and measuring, and the area of various farmlands can be calculated in a very short time. Later, it's time for dinner. The village has prepared some food. They are not big dishes, but some farm dishes. You can make do with it. After the secretary led the team to measure, it seemed that there was nothing wrong with the grassland. It was also time for dinner, and Chu Shixin invited everyone to eat. After Chu Shixin finished speaking to the crowd, County Magistrate Li hurriedly introduced, "Director Fang, you must have a meal in the village." These are all our Delane village's little thoughts. It can be said that Director Fang's trip determines the future of Delane village. If Director Fang is happy, then Delane village can be built according to the standards of a development zone. Of course, it is still the provincial level. If Delane village can be developed as a development zone, then Delane village will no longer lack money to build roads, install streetlights and other things. Okay, then let's go to Delane village to eat hometown food. Director Fang's kindness was hard to refuse, so a group of people got in the car and went straight to Delane village. At the Delane village canteen, at this moment, no matter young or old, they all came to the canteen with bowls and chopsticks to get food. Now almost every household in Delane village has been arranged for work. Now no one cooks at home. The old people and children in the village also come to the canteen for free meals. Is our canteen open to everyone every day? Director Fang couldn't help asking as he looked at the group of people waiting for food at the window. They eat 3 meals a day here. In our Delane village, people of all ages are helping in the village. You see, when the old men and women here are free, they will come to the canteen to help pick vegetables and wash dishes. They eat in the village for free when they work. This is an unwritten rule here. After Chu Shixin introduced Director Fang, he felt like he had returned to the era when the cooperative ate together in a big pot. That's great. It's really a lifetime blessing for them to be the people of your Delane village. After Director Fang finished speaking, he went from disdain to shock to appreciation and sincere praise for Delane village. Later, let's go directly to the private room on the 2nd floor. The private room has prepared food, all of which are our specialties. No. I'll eat on the 1st floor. It's more lively with more people. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelas. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 96. Happy and Unforgettable. After Director Fang finished speaking, before anyone could react, he walked to the window with a plate. The others were also stunned, but after a moment, the county magistrate and others hurriedly took a plate and followed. "Give me 2 of these lion heads and 1 of these fried pork." The director seemed to have returned to the era. He walked around the windows with a plate, and soon the plate was piled with food. Walking to a corner where there were not many people, Director Fang took a bite of food and started eating. After eating a few bites, Director Fang was full of emotion. "Oh, I don't know how many years it has been since I had such a lively meal." After Director Fang finished speaking, several people who were doing manual labor in the farm also walked to the next table with plates. They were covered in mud and talked and left. After several people sat down, they opened 2 bottles of beer from the side and started eating while drinking. "Brother, don't you want to drink? There is free beer over there. It's so hot." After the 2 farmers finished speaking, they raised their heads and gulped down the beer. Chu Shixin and others who had just finished preparing meals saw a few laborers talking to Director Fang, so they hurried over. "Brother, why don't you go over there to eat first?" After Chu Shixin finished speaking, a villager saw Chu Shixin coming and left. "Village head, aren't you going to accompany the leader?" This is, before Chu Shixin finished speaking, Director Fang waved at him. "Let's eat together, it's lively, I like lively." "Xiao Chu, go get a few bottles of beer, let's drink together." After Director Fang finished speaking, the messy-haired villager over there raised his beer and left. "That's right, a little beer on a hot day is good." "Big brother, you look so well dressed, are you here to discuss business in our Delane village?" After the farmer brother over there finished speaking, Chu Shixin bought a box of beer. More and more people came, and soon the corner was filled with people who came back from working in the fields. Director Fang talked and laughed with them, and they had a great time. Talking about happy places, several people even toasted with beer instead of liquor. Night fell on Delane Village. When Director Fan and others walked out of the restaurant, they had never been so happy. This place is really a good place. I want to work with the common people from sunrise to sunset during the day. Then I can eat some big pot dishes for free in the restaurant. Then I can eat a beer. Oh, this life is really enviable. After Director Fan finished speaking, Jiang Chen left. We welcome you to Delane Village at any time. As long as you come, our Delane Village canteen will always be open to you for free in the future. That's what you said. When I retire, I might really come to your place. To be honest, I like the hustle and bustle. I really envy the scene of everyone working and eating together at that time. Director Fan chatted with everyone and took a walk in the village. Taking advantage of the walk, Li Bolian talked to Director Fang about the planning of Delane Village. Director Fang, we plan to make Delane Village a place where everyone will be happy and reluctant to leave. Our county attaches great importance to Delane Village. We plan to build a new development zone in Longchen County with Delane Village as the center. You see, we have planned it. We will build a road around Delane Village from the center of Delane Village Committee. At that time, the people can go to the farmland, the desert, and the breeding farm to work without hindrance as long as they get on the car. The road to Delane Town should also be upgraded. We will open a bus from the county town to Delane Village. If we make the road and transportation better, our talents will be able to come in. Now, with more and more workers in Delane Village, we have to prepare all the living facilities for them. We have planned a commercial street in Delane Village. You see, our people can come to our commercial street to buy clothes, watch movies, and go shopping after get off work. How good is this life? The people in our village live too poorly. We are also planning to build a residential area to the north of Delane Village. In the future, all the villagers of Delane Village will move in, and all the workers from other places will live in. With the major industries of Delane Village's support, in a few years, Delane Village will be more developed than the county town. Li Bolian was right. The county town of Longchen County was indeed a little shabby. And because it was located in the desert, most of the young people had left. The only ones left in the county town were the elderly and children. Because there were no industries, the county town was now a dead pool without any vitality. The emperor guards the country's gate. We all want to move the county town here in the future. We will fight the desert to the death. If the desert can't defeat us, we will conquer it. This year, our grassland will be greened by at least 2,000 acres. In the future, our high-end desert farmland will expand by at least 10,000 acres a year. As long as our leaders are willing to build roads for us and are willing to build another highway to us, our Delane Village will never live up to the trust of the leaders, and we will definitely become the brightest boy in the desert. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, the starry sky was low, and in the village, Director Fan also suddenly felt a sense of pride. Delane Village is willing to guard the border for our Saxi province. How can our Saxi province watch you bleed and sacrifice? Our provincial party committee will be the strongest backing for your Delane Village in the future. This time when I go back, I will report to the leaders truthfully. Delane Village does not disappoint the people of Saxi, and the people of Saxi will never let Delane Village down. After Director Fan finished speaking, everyone's face showed a smile. As long as you say this, I will thank you on behalf of the people of Delane Village. Jiang Chen bowed to Director Fang. In the night, Director Fang looked at the starry sky. He really imagined the moment when Delane Village could conquer the desert. Time passed little by little. After Director Fang admired the beautiful scenery of the desert in the evening in the village, the secretary and others who were responsible for measurement and statistical reports had also finished their meal. There was no place to live in Delane Village. After Director Fang said goodbye to Jiang Chen, a group of people left Delane Village. The next day, the sun rose as usual. The people had breakfast early and rushed to every job. Jiang Chen also started a new work as usual. Half a month later, at noon, good news suddenly came from the village. Jiang Chen, the provincial document has come down. Just as Jiang Chen finished lunch and was about to go to the desert to work, Chu Shixin and his team came running over. What document? Jiang Chen said as he dropped his hoe. Your grassland and farmland have passed the inspection. Look, you will be compensated by the tree. All desert farmland and grassland will be compensated by the acre. This is our first year's compensation, a full 37.15 million. With this money, we will have the construction costs for Delane New Village. Chu Shixin finished speaking excitedly, and Hu Jiang pointed to the document and said, this money will be subsidized every year. If we expand the planting area next year, our money will increase by then. Hu Jiang was so excited that he almost cried after he finished speaking. With such a huge sum of money, Delane Village will no longer be the canoe that was abandoned by others. Okay, I won't touch a penny of this money, we will use it to build new houses for the people. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Chu Shixin pointed to the document and said, "Look. The province has approved the upgrade of our Delane Village Desert Management Demonstration Village to the Delane Village Desert Construction Management Development Zone. And this time it is a provincial-level development zone. Look, the document mentions in detail the support for the construction of our Delane Village. They will also start construction of the Delane Village Ring Road, Ludi Avenue, and Longi Avenue before the end of the year. In the future, they will also plan to build a highway from Lincha City directly to our Delane Village." Chapter 97 Desert Pepper. Chu Shixin handed Jiang Chen a document, and sure enough, the document was full of good news. Okay, as long as the roads in Delane Village can be built, there is no need to worry about not being able to develop in Delane Village. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Chu Shixin said goodbye happily. When the village continued to study the upgrading and renovation plan of Delane Village, Jiang Chen got desert peppers from his grandfather. Jiang Chen planted more than 300 acres of desert peppers next to the southern pea field. After the peppers were built, the whole Delane Village entered a busy stage. Time passed little by little, and when late autumn came, Delane Village had undergone earth-shaking changes. First, Delane Village was upgraded to Delane Village Development Zone. After the development zone was listed, the first ring road in Delane Village was also built. As a provincial desert control demonstration zone, the province was not stingy at all. The first allocation reached 4.7 billion to improve the road. This road is the Delane Village Industrial Avenue that Jiang Chen requested. The Delane Village Industrial Avenue starts from the breeding farm and surrounds Jiang Chen's entire breeding base. After passing the breeding farm, we went to the wheat fields at Dazadu Village, and finally bypassed the 20,000 mu of land contracted by Jiang Chen, all the way to the desert farmland industrial base. After bypassing the industrial base, we went to the live broadcast base, and finally to the desert grassland demonstration area. If this road is built, all of Jiang Chen's industrial parks can be connected, and then quickly reach Dayu Town. In addition to the construction of the road, with the arrival of late autumn, the thing that Jiang Chen is most worried about is about to see the result. Desert grassland. At this moment with the end of autumn, the entire grassland has turned yellow. After Jiang Chen led the team to the grassland, hundreds of people had gathered on the grassland. These people included the Desert Prevention Institute, the breeding farm, and of course the grassland management department. "Boss, you're here." Seeing Jiang Chen come in, Zugu hurried over to greet him. "Here, are the seeds ripe?" After Jiang Chen asked, Zugu hurriedly took him to see the seeds. In a patch of the best grass, Professor Zhu of the Desert Prevention Institute in Qianduodu and others were carefully taking the final seeds. This was a moment to witness history, so the people from the Desert Prevention Institute also recorded it. "Professor Zhu, were these seeds okay?" Jiang Chen asked nervously. At this moment, Professor Zhu picked up a handful of grass seeds from a patch of grass with seeds. After getting the seeds, Professor Zhu rubbed them with his hands and saw small, black, round seeds falling down. "Lower the camera, everyone. This is our first time collecting seeds from desert lawns." The collection was successful, and the seeds in the small experimental field are very full. After Professor Zhu finished speaking, everyone around him applauded instantly. The collection of seeds was successful, and everyone knew what it meant. Good. Great. The seeds finally succeeded. There are more than 3,000 acres of lawns here. If these seeds are harvested, we can grow at least hundreds of thousands of acres of lawns next year after cultivation. Jiang finished speaking excitedly, and Professor Zhu shook his head. "Don't be happy so early, the maturity of the seeds is only the first stage. Whether the seeds we collected can germinate next year is the most important thing." After Professor Zhu finished speaking, he put the seeds in his hand into a bottle. "These seeds will be sent to our Desert Control Institute for exhibition." After Professor Zhu finished speaking, Qianduodu hurriedly collected the seeds. "Professor Zhu, these seeds are so mature, there should be no problem next year." Jiang Chen walked to Professor Zhu and finished speaking. His mood was very complicated. If this patch of seeds is fine, then Jiang Chen will harvest more than 3,000 acres of grass seeds. What he harvested will be the most valuable thing in the world. And this thing will make him the richest man in the world. I can't guarantee this. But according to the data we have now, I feel that there should be a 50% chance of success. After Professor Zhu finished speaking, Tang Yongjun became anxious. Doesn't that still leave a 50% chance of failure? No one can guarantee this before it is planted. Let's see what happens next year. Now we are at least halfway successful, right? After Professor Zhu finished speaking, he picked some more seeds and led the people from the Desert Control Institute back to the Desert Research Institute. The grassland became quiet again. "Boss, what should we do now?" Zugu looked at Jiang Chen, who looked at the endless yellow desert and said, "Let the people harvest the seeds." After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Mi Peng specially started a live broadcast at this harvest time. In the village, the people happily harvested the seeds, as if they could sow a grassland next year. After the news of the harvest of grass seeds in Delane village spread, less than half an hour later, the province sent a team of experts. This expert group was headed by Professor Sunday Jiang Chen. The preservation of desert seeds is of great significance. Our province held an emergency meeting. Our Delane village has no experience in storing seeds. So the province specifically asked us to bring the seeds to our agricultural university seed storage room for free for storage. After Professor Sunday finished speaking, Jiang Chen did not hesitate. He knew that if these seeds were placed in Delane village, it would definitely not work with the current security of Delane village. What's more, he believed that the province would use all security to protect the safety of his seeds. A week later, when the autumn wind dissipated, the harvest of 3,000 acres of grassland seeds in the desert was completed. The province sent a special escort vehicle, which was escorted to Jiang by several armed police. After the grass seeds were harvested, the vast grassland was withered and yellow. Jiang Chen did not let the withered grass go to waste. He called Ludwin and asked people to harvest and store all the withered grass. In winter, there is no green grass for cattle and sheep. So they had to rely on these hay to survive the winter. When winter came and the village was undergoing major construction, Jiang Chen's peppers matured. In early winter, the pepper fields were green, which would be the last green in the desert. After the peppers matured, Jiang Chen contacted Michelin Restaurant as soon as possible. However, after the call was connected, Michelin Restaurant encountered big trouble and had no money to purchase. When Jiang Chen heard that there was no money to purchase the peppers, he felt a hint of something unusual. Michelin Restaurant must not have any problems. If there were any problems with Michelin Restaurant, his desert agricultural industrial park would fail. Moreover, now is the time for Michelin Restaurant to expand comprehensively. How could there be no money to buy peppers? Jiang Chen was puzzled, not to mention that Michelin Restaurant's business has always been booming. I heard that they have already left the provincial capital and started to enter some prefecture-level cities. In addition, Michelin Hotel has also been fully opened. How could so many hotels not consume this little chili? I have to go to Jiang. Thinking of this, Jiang Chen rode directly away from Delane village. When he arrived in Jiang, it was just time for lunch. Jiang Chen came to the main store in Shisu district. At this moment, the Michelin Restaurant, which was originally full, had fewer customers. On the contrary, a mutton restaurant across from him was doing a booming business. Walking into the restaurant, looking at the huge restaurant, not even half of the occupancy rate, Jiang Chen felt a little distressed. The rent here is very expensive, more than 300,000 yuan a month. If the occupancy rate is at this level, this winter will probably be a loss. Boss, you're here. Help us think of a solution quickly. Our customers have not been full for 2 consecutive months. When the waiters saw Jiang Chen come in, they seemed to have seen a savior. Chapter 98 The God of Marketing. The lobby manager of Michelin Restaurant invited Jiang Chen to the office. In the office, Mizu was calling suppliers from all over the country. Can our auto come this month? No. How long will it take at the earliest? If you can't wait, let's contact each other again. Mizu had just hung up the phone, and her face turned pale with worry. Manager me. Jiang Chen finished speaking, and when she saw Jiang Chen come in, Mizu stood up quickly. Boss, hey, I was just about to pick you up, but I just called. It's okay, I heard that we're having some difficulties here, so I came to see. Michelin Restaurant is Jiang Chen's front line. Jiang Chen will never let Michelin Restaurant fail. Hey, boss, scold me. I did something wrong, and I never dared to tell you. After Mizu finished speaking, she seemed to be thinner than before, and her whole body looked much more haggard. Seeing Mizu lower her head, Jiang Chen smiled. In this city, there are really few things he can't solve, especially in the catering industry. What's wrong? Isn't it just that there are fewer customers? We won't be that serious. I'll help you run more ads later. When we become more popular, we will naturally have more customers. Jiang Chen comforted them, and several people around him lowered their heads, not daring to speak. It's not that there are fewer customers. Boss, let's be honest. We have been overwhelmed by victory in the past few months. After the lobby manager finished speaking, Jiang Chen saw that everyone's expressions were serious, and he knew that something big seemed to have happened. Whatever it is, just tell us. There is nothing that our village can't handle. Jiang Chen comforted them. After all, these were his old employees. We had too many customers in the past few months, so we were arrogant. We invested in a hotel in Shajiang. We borrowed 600 million yuan. With our turnover at that time, this was not a big deal. It's just that we didn't expect that our customers would suddenly drop so much. The hotel over there is still under renovation. Our current turnover can no longer support the operation of Shangjim Hotel. After the lobby manager finished speaking, Jiang Chen was stunned. Why didn't you tell me about the hotel in Shangjim? Jiang Chen thought he was not arrogant enough to go to Shangjim. Boss, the hotel management you mentioned is fully handed over to us. We also want to save some face for Boss Me in Shangjim this time. Last time, it was because of the pressure from several hotels in Shangjim that the Me Group gave up our hotel in Saxi province. This time we have so much turnover, so I want to fight back. We want everyone to know that our Me Chen hotel is here. Of course, we also consider our popularity. We want to strike while the iron is hot and take over the market in Shangjim. If we can get a hotel in Shangjim to make a name for ourselves, then we can take advantage of this favorable situation and quickly take over the market in other cities across the country. After the lobby manager finished speaking, Jiang Chen knew that this team was not the coward who was only willing to hide in Saxi. How long will it take to open the store in Beijing? It will take about 3 months. The main reason is that we don't have the raw materials, so we have nothing to sell. After Michelle finished speaking, Jiang Chen asked again about the raw materials. What materials are you lacking? We are out of tomatoes, peas and watermelons. We have everything else. I don't believe that our store can't survive without these 3 vegetables. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Michelle looked angry. We not only lost these vegetables, we lost almost everything that can be lost. How popular were our big plates of beef? What about now? We can't even make a plate of beef. What's going on? Jiang Chen's eyes became more and more sharp, and the lobby manager stood up. The farm won't deliver. Now almost all the beef from the Delane Village cattle farm has been sold to William Western Restaurant. In the end, we only get all kinds of offal and particularly bad beef. We went to argue with them. Their manager said they have the right to sell freely. Our Michelin restaurant can only give 300 yuan per pound of beef, but they think it's too little. They sell it to William Western Restaurant, and they can sell it for 2,600 yuan per pound of beef. Of course, they don't want to sell it to us. The key is that we also want to give a high price, but if we give too much, we won't be able to make money. Yes, and mutton. Look across the street, Liang Jianwei opened 7 branches in just 5 months. You can see that his store is full of people now. Our Saxi province is most famous for mutton. Everyone who comes to our Saxi for tourism or business trips comes to eat roasted whole lamb, drink mutton soup, eat mutton steamed buns. These dishes were originally our signature dishes. But Liang Jianwei bought almost all the sheep in Delane Village. Our restaurant is already heavily in debt due to borrowing, so I can't give a price of 400 yuan per pound of mutton. After the chef complained, even the waiter couldn't help but spit on him. He's engaging in unfair competition. Our restaurant doesn't have a spokesperson. Their restaurant is Sister Yue as their spokesperson. They also invite various internet celebrities to sing whenever they want. Sister Yue and Alimu from Delane Village have come 3 times this month. That's right, what they sell is not mutton soup at all, it's just a gimmick. A group of Michelin restaurant leaders finished talking about Jiang Chen's embarrassment. Let alone this matter, Liang Jianwei can definitely do it. I'll talk to him about this Liang Jianwei later. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, he knew that it was not something that could be solved by finding Liang Jianwei. Now everyone wants to make money, and the farms are also competing. The regular wages of these employees and the year-end bonuses depend on how much they make. Liang Jianwei is willing to pay 400 yuan per catty to buy mutton, and they are definitely willing to sell it at 400 per catty. This is because Michelin restaurant can't afford so much money. Of course, Jiang Chen's farm also has problems. He has a limited number of cattle and sheep, and the number of cattle and sheep cannot be increased in a short period of time. The reason why the number of cattle and sheep cannot be increased is that the food rations of these cattle and sheep are not enough. Where does the food ration come from? The food ration comes from the grassland. Jiang Chen's grassland cannot be expanded, so they are destined to be the highest bidder. Hold on for a while, I will help you solve the problem of ingredients. Since the matter has already happened, we can't be afraid of trouble. The store in Shangjing will open on time in 3 months. I will solve all the problems for you in these few months. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, the office was very quiet. Everyone has made mistakes in the development of Michelin restaurant to this point, so there's nothing to say. You should also learn some lessons from this incident. I will go to talk to Liang Jianwei. Jiang Chen knew that although mutton soup made money, Michelin restaurant could not die. After coming out of Michelin restaurant, Jiang Chen walked straight into the Delane Village mutton soup restaurant. As soon as he entered the mutton soup restaurant, Jiang Chen exclaimed that it was so lively. At this moment, the mutton soup restaurant was the original Schinken restaurant. Even many of the decorations inside were not changed, and it was directly turned into a mutton soup restaurant. As soon as I entered the store, there was already a long line in the store. More than 100 tables in the store were all full of people. Welcome to the Delane Village Mutton Soup Restaurant. Our store is definitely the most authentic mutton soup restaurant in the entire Z province. In addition, our store has been selected as a landmark food in Z province. A local little internet celebrity in the store was promoting it vigorously. At this moment, many places in the store were playing Sister Yui's promotional video in a loop. There was a big TV at the door, and a peerless beauty in ancient costume was tasting a bowl of Delane Village mutton soup. After taking a sip, her smile melted everyone. Chapter 99. Expansion of mutton soup. Jiang Chen walked around the store and found that the store actually had a live broadcast. In the live broadcast room, a very beautiful girl was broadcasting live. Jiang Chen had an impression of this girl. She was one of the many girls he brought from Dichen to Delane Village. Welcome all fans to our Delane Village Mutton Soup Restaurant. Today, all 7 of our stores are still full. Thank you for the support of the fans. After everyone has finished their meal, if you think it is delicious, please write the name of your city at the door when you leave. Our boss has already spoken. Which city has the first number of registered people exceeding 100,000? Our Delane Village Mutton Soup Restaurant will open a branch in your city. We want you to be able to eat the most authentic Delane Village mutton soup without leaving home. After the anchor finished speaking in the live broadcast room, Jiang Chen walked to the door, and there was indeed a machine at the door. As long as you swipe it with your consumption receipt, you can choose your city. After choosing, the voting results of each city will be displayed in real time. In the marketing field, I wonder who can beat you, Liang Jianwei. Jiang Chen sighed, and the old chef who was cooking mutton soup at the door suddenly recognized Jiang Chen. Boss. Why are you here? Come in quickly, I'll get you a seat. The moment Jiang Chen saw the chef, he was simply, Master Ji, aren't you working at the Yanhua Street branch of Mishi Restaurant? Autumn. I've been working here for a long time. We are all enterprises in Delane Village, and the money here is a little higher. The boss is honest and has been to my house more than 10 times in a row. It would be unreasonable for me not to come and help. After Master Ji finished speaking, Jiang Chen finally understood Michelle's situation. Fortunately, Liang Jianwei didn't say he wanted to open a restaurant. Otherwise, with his ingredients and his meat, 100 Michelle would not be his opponent. No more, I'm full. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Master Ji hurried to the store to get a meat bun and handed it to Jiang Chen. Boss, try this. We have to queue up for a long time to buy this Rauhiamo. It's really delicious. Master Ji said with a smile. Jiang Chen didn't insist, took the Rauhiamo and started eating. Because Jiang Chen didn't even have breakfast because he was in a hurry, Jiang Chen exclaimed that it was great after taking a bite of Rauhiamo. He had never eaten such delicious Rauhiamo in all the years he had been in Saxi province. How does it taste? This is our latest Rauhiamo, and the pork used is all from the local pigs in our Delane village. Master Ji said. Jiang Chen nodded while eating. Not bad, not bad. This Rauhiamo is authentic, and the meat inside is carefully selected from the local pigs. What's wrong with it? It's delicious, right? We also launched a chicken-flavored Rauhiamo. Boss, come in and make it. Master Ji said and ran into the house to get a Rauhiamo and handed it to Jiang Chen. Jiang Chen, who was already hungry, ate 2 Rauhiamo and felt much better. He simply walked into the store, and the uncle brought him a stool and made a bowl of mutton soup for Jiang Chen. Jiang Chen squatted on the stool, eating Rauhiamo in big mouthfuls while gulping down the mutton soup. After this bowl of mutton soup, the winter coldness instantly disappeared. Master Ji, your cooking skills are still so good. After Jiang Chen finished praising, Liang Jianwei had already rushed over. Boss, you're here, why didn't you say hello? After Liang Jianwei finished speaking, he saw Jiang Chen squatting next to the stool drinking mutton soup, and instantly got angry. What's wrong with you? Can't you prepare a seat for the boss? What's the matter with letting the boss squat here? Liang Jianwei shouted and all the people in the queue looked at Jiang Chen. Oh my god, is that Jiang Chen? Wow, the boss comes to his own restaurant to eat. This is really the most authentic restaurant in Shixi. Hey, don't mind us queuing, you see the big boss has to squat on the stool to eat. After a group of people finished talking, Jiang Chen's face was full of black lines. Damn Liang Jianwei, can you be louder? You are really a beast. Michelle is really a bloodgate for you. I stopped by here to have a meal. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Liang Jianwei hurriedly invited him into the office. The boss saw that you were busy when he went to Delane Village last time, so he didn't say hello to you. Now that you're here, it's just right for me to report to you about our situation in the past few months. After Liang Jianwei finished speaking, Jiang Chen sighed. You didn't say hello to me because you saw that I was busy. You secretly bought all the pigs and sheep in the farm, afraid that I would object. Okay, let's not talk about politeness. I came here this time just for the Chen restaurant. I know you really want to expand now, but you should slow down this year. I will give you a chance to expand next year. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Liang Jianwei thought for a while and looked at Jiang Chen and asked, which month next year will you help me? Now everyone wants to take advantage of this wave of popularity to develop themselves. If they delay, there may be other mutton soup restaurants that will quickly imitate and seize the market. Next summer, when the grassland grass is the fattest, I can give you 1,000 acres of grassland as your sheep breeding base. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Liang Jianwei smiled. 1,000 acres of land can feed at least hundreds of thousands of sheep. Especially Jiang Chen's grassland grass is very lush, and it grows very fast after being cut. So he can even build a breeding base alone. Thank you, boss. From now on, I will keep these 7 stores. By the way, I heard that the peppers in our Lane village are ripe. You know, our mutton soup without chili sauce is lacking, so these peppers will definitely not be eaten by Chen restaurant. I asked for half of them. After Liang Jianwei finished speaking, Jiang Chen was worried that there was no place to sell desert peppers. Okay, but I want cash, and at least 15 yuan per pound. Jiang Chen's 2 outsourced enterprises have independent management rights. The money they earn can be used by themselves. They can choose to expand the store or renovate and upgrade themselves. Jiang Chen needs them only to make these fruits and vegetables in his Lane village sellable. Money is not a problem. Boss, I want red dried peppers. I will make them into chili oil later. As long as we have our Lane village chili oil, I am not afraid of other mutton soup restaurants imitating us. After Liang Jianwei finished speaking, Jiang Chen talked a lot with him. They talked about the future development of Lane village and the national expansion of Lane village mutton restaurants. From the afternoon to the evening, Jiang Chen found that talking with wise men can indeed increase his experience. Just like after exchanging many opinions with Liang Jianwei, he felt that his ideas about the future development of the entire Lane village were much clearer. Of course, this may also be because Liang Jianwei has always lived in the provincial capital and has always lived in the top business layer. This is completely different from Jiang Chen, who has always lived in the village. Returning to Lane village from Dichang, Jiang Chen immediately devoted himself to the planting of winter vegetables. This time he has to help Chen restaurant overcome difficulties, and at the same time he has to explore a new way of winter planting. At night, after dark, Jiang Chen quickly fell asleep. The underworld, the Sun Temple. Watermelons are all over the mountains and plains, and countless ox-headed and horse-faced people are carrying watermelons and transporting them to the carriage. Grandpa, I'm here to ask you for help again. Jiang Chen shouted and walked quickly into the hall. At this moment, Grandpa is eating watermelon in the hall. The watermelon tastes delicious, and he is praising it with a look of enjoyment. It's delicious. The watermelon grown in the desert is still delicious. Chapter 100 Lane village shed. Seeing Jiang Chen come in, Jiang Xiaobian hurriedly asked someone to cut a watermelon. My dear grandson, you should try the watermelon in the underworld. Jiang Xiaobian said, and the judge cut a few pieces of watermelon and handed them to Jiang Chen. Jiang Chen ate the watermelon and said, Grandpa, this time I need some vegetables that can grow in winter. Jiang Chen said that after a few pieces of watermelon went down his throat, he immediately felt extremely cool. Hey, sir, look, after the young master ate the watermelon, his soul became much stronger. The judge said that, and sure enough, after eating the watermelon, Jiang Chen himself felt stronger in the underworld. This is a good thing, it seems to help you replenish your soul. But this is the underworld after all, so it's better to stay less. Grandpa said that after Jiang Chen ate a few pieces of watermelon, he decided to leave. Grandpa, remember to send me vegetables that can mature in winter this time. After Jiang Chen said that, Niuda pushed Jiang Chen, and Jiang Chen sat up instantly. Hurry up and get the seeds. The time in the underworld is different from that in the world of the living. I guess Grandpa has prepared the seeds now. Thinking of this, Jiang Chen walked quickly towards the orchard. After arriving at the orchard, Jiang Chen picked up the seeds with a net. The water was flowing, and Jiang Chen kept scooping up the seeds with a net. Time passed little by little, from dusk to dawn the next day. Jiang Chen put 10 bags of seeds in the 2 rooms he built in the orchard. After dawn, the seeds and the water gradually decreased. After scooping up the last few seeds, Jiang Chen hurried to catch up on his sleep. When he woke up again, it was already evening. In the evening, Jiang Chen came to the orchard hut, where the seeds he had scooped up lay quietly. Let's see what kind of seeds they are. Jiang Chen untied the bag and began to check them one by one. This is cabbage. Cabbage is good. When cabbage matures in winter, one weighs several kilograms. It can be sold at a good price then. Jiang Chen likes cabbage. Cabbage can be stored for a long time, and it can be transported to a far place without going bad. In addition, cabbage can be eaten in many ways. It can be used to make soup, stir-fry meat, or stir-fry vegetables. It can also be used to make kimchi in a kimchi pot. There was a bag of cabbage seeds, and Jiang Chen opened another small package. Wow, peanuts. Great, this is what I like to eat. There are more ways to cook peanuts. Peanuts can be cooked and eaten directly after picking them. Peanuts can also be made into peanut oil, and can also be fried and eaten. Fried peanuts, add some white wine, the taste is very comfortable. After putting down the peanuts, Jiang Chen opened another bag. Leek seeds. Sure, this generation of leek seeds can at least plant dozens of acres of land. Jiang Chen said and opened other seeds. This time, his grandfather gave him a lot of seeds. There are nearly 10 kinds of most common vegetable seeds in rural areas, such as spinach, Chinese cabbage, green radish, lettuce, spinach, etc. After having these seeds, the next step is planting. Jiang Chen has a very bold idea about planting. Now winter is come in, and the vegetables his grandfather gave him can live in low temperatures. But peas, tomatoes and watermelons cannot live in low temperatures. So Jiang Chen wants to build a desert winter greenhouse space. He grows tomatoes, peas and watermelons in his greenhouse. Once these things are successfully planted, Jiang Chen will have no shortage of tomatoes, watermelons and other specialty dishes for gourmet restaurants all year round. That's it. Thinking of this, Jiang Chen called Himongtang. Soon, Himongtang brought 5 or 6 people to the scene. These 5 or 6 people were all his classmates, all young and strong. Brother Jiang Chen, what's the matter? Himongtang came jogging all the way, sweating all over. How is the clearing of our desert farmland going now? Jiang Chen's desert farmland is mainly concentrated in the south. Although more than 5,000 acres have been planted, the actual planting area is only about 1,700 acres. It has been cleared. Our tomato stalks, peas and watermelon seedlings have all been dried and sent to the breeding farm. The land is now empty. After Himongtang finished speaking, Jiang Chen nodded. Now that it has been cleaned up, it's time to start working. From now on, let's not let the people sit idle. Take these seeds to the desert fields and plant them. By the way, I want to build a winter greenhouse space. You prepare well, let's plan the location of the greenhouse today. Tomorrow we will buy all the materials needed for the greenhouse, and the day after tomorrow we will start to focus on the desert fields. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Himongtang was very excited when he heard that there was something to plant again. That's great, we ordinary people are afraid of being idle. A few days ago, Uncle Tang specifically came to me and asked if we could build a greenhouse. Now many departments in Dilane village have been idle. Winter is here, and Tang Yongjun's Dazadu village wheat farm does not need to work. More than 100 managers have no work to do and no wages to receive. There is no work to do in the desert grassland and the medicinal materials management base, and the people of Zuyat village headed by Zugu are also collectively unemployed. In addition, tomatoes cannot be planted in desert farmland, so the people in the farmland have no work to do. This has led to the unemployment of the people in the entire Dilane village and even in several surrounding villages. If the common people have no work to do, then they have no money. Which household is not short of money now? Let's go to the desert farmland. Jiang Chen said and drove with Himongtang to the desert farmland in the south. It is only early winter now, which is actually no different from autumn. The weather is still a bit hot. When Jiang Chen arrived at the farmland, many people were doing the final tie-dyeing up by the farmland. Hello, boss. Hello, boss. The workers greeted Jiang Chen one after another after inviting him here. Jiang Chen nodded to everyone and walked into the farm. At this moment, the desert farmland in the south is located to the south of the newly built Dilane Village Industrial Avenue. Further south, there is still a piece of yellow sand. Brother Jiang Chen, how do we plant the seeds? Where should we build the greenhouse? Himongtang asked while standing in the farmland. Jiang Chen thought about it. If the seeds his grandfather gave him were not protected by the desert lawn, it would be difficult for them to survive. So the seeds his grandfather gave him must be planted in his desert grid field. We have nearly 2,000 mu of desert grid fields here. Although the grass is withered, the roots underneath are still alive. Let's plant the seeds here. Jiang Chen made a preliminary estimate and thought that the seeds his grandfather gave him should be enough to plant the 2,000 mu of land. Okay, then I'll take people to plant now. Himongtang said, and Jiang Chen shook his head. Don't worry, let's decide on the greenhouse first. There are two options for desert greenhouses now. The first option is to focus on the desert south of the grid fields. However, although the area here is large, it may be difficult to survive without the protection of desert grass. So Jiang Chen can only choose the second option, which is to build a greenhouse on the ridge between the desert field and Delane village. Jiang Chen made a preliminary estimate and found that there are about 1,000 mu of land between Yunlin Village Industrial Avenue and Delane Village. If the greenhouse on this 1,000 mu of land can be planted well, it will be enough to supply the entire Michelin restaurant. Build a greenhouse here. Jiang Chen pointed to a field of wheat seedlings and said, but Himongtang hesitated. Brother Jiang, the wheat is so tall, have you shoveled it all? Shovel it all, it's just right that our cattle and sheep are short of fodder. Sending the wheat from this 1,000 acres of land to the farm as fodder will just be enough to raise more cattle and sheep. After Jiang Chen finished speaking, Himongtang nodded and agreed. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.